you need done. Les Hunt and his professional staff. Hunt's Tire Pros and Car Care Center on Greenville Springs Road, 272-7404.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX, Jackson, KNXX, Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers, LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Tuesday, January 23rd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect cloudy skies with a high of 68. In hour one of today's show, we will talk some LSU football and continue to break down the NFL playoffs. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN or watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let we go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert. Yeah! Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome in. Brand new edition of OTB, Tuesday, January 23rd, 2024. Hope you're having a great day. And, we got a pretty fun show planned for you today. Going to talk with a little random football talk, somewhat random. There's some random baseball. I want to get into the NFL. We'll talk to Coach Kim Mulkey, of course, in hour number 2, Underhill in hour 3 as the Saints. We'll talk a little Saints coordinator, talk a little LSU offensive coordinator as well. And who knows where else today will bring us. Kind of a more chill day, I would say, just in terms of we could really go a lot of different directions with this show. And it's impossible not to start by looking at our wonderful producer behind, there is no glass, but behind the table over there, Taylor. As this does not play if you're on radio, but Taylor has a fantastic Napoleon Dynamite costume on today. Go ahead and switch the camera, Taylor. Show your and stand up. Yep. Look, it's got the Vote for Pedro shirt. I'm pretty sure he had those jeans. They work perfectly. The hair, the glasses. How we feeling, Taylor?
Tired, T-Bob. Gosh.
I watched you keep the music going for a little bit of laundry. I'm liking this. I watched like 5 minutes of just like highlights from that movie. I hadn't seen it in years. I used to love it growing up. And it is shocking, I think, how well, and it kind of makes me want to rewatch the whole thing, but how well that movie holds up, how impactful that movie was in terms of like style and just kind of culture, and how I really don't actually know what the movie's about.
That's the point.
I know, exactly, right?
It's so good.
It's so, but the thing is, like, as somebody who, we try to create things here, and like everybody, you harbor dreams that you'll never actually go for, and one of those is mine would be like writing stories, right? Or like making movies and stuff. And it's like, how do you sit down and write that movie and know that it's going to work?
That's why I love it so much. It's
so odd. As you said, you can't even tell what time period it's set in, which actually makes it last quite well till today. It's in the Midwest, so it's already coming from a foreign culture that I don't fully understand. Yeah. I don't know why it works. It's got a certain je ne sais quoi, but it works fantastically well.
Don't understand the Midwest, huh?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's probably like when I talk about South Dakota and Kalen DeBoer and the South, like rural's rural. But in the broad strokes, rural, right? But like there are idiosyncrasies within that I think No, I don't. I don't fully. I don't fully understand. I mean, again, one of the scenes I saw the tater tots when the jock's like, Napoleon, give me some of your tots, because that would be me. If I saw somebody sneaking crispy tots out of their pocket in the middle of class, guaranteed I'd be trying to get up on him. And then Napoleon says no, and the dude kicks him right in the pocket. Just smush all those greasy tots into your pants and or leg, which would be the absolute worst thing to happen with a pocket full of tots.
Y'all remind me what the original bet was, because I can't really remember.
So
Cowboys.
Cowboys
Yeah, but what
lost.
was it?
I was
So
going to
if
have to
they-
wear a
if they
CD
lose-
Lamb jersey for an entire show if the Cowboys had won.
Because he said he doesn't like Napoleon Dynamite. So we
Yeah,
were like,
yeah.
if the Cowboys lose, you got to
Yeah,
dress up like him.
I remember him saying that. Asinine comment. But.
I'm just
Yeah, it
jealous
is
that I'm not in a
asinine.
costume now, though, dude. I mean, it looks so good. You really have the body
Yeah, I
type for
kinda nailed
Napoleon
it.
Dynamite as well.
Thank you. I
What?
guess. I said thanks.
Well, no, I mean,
guess.
look, John Heater's in good shape. I just mean, like, y'all are both, like, slim. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like,
Yeah.
you're
No,
not
he
like,
does.
Like, look, like, when I dress up as people, a lot of times I'm just a fat, bearded version of whatever that costume is.
And I like that you won't get rid of your beard either. You're like,
no,
nope,
hell no, I'm
that-
not shaving
nope,
my
he's
beard
having a
for
beard.
costume. So yeah, you match overall top to bottom.
I was worried the wig was going to be a little flat because, like, they put it in like that little hairnet thing in the packaging. It is not.
No.
It was difficult to put on the headphones this morning.
Actually, Landry, you know what's interesting is you have a very cool outfit on. You got the old Canadian tuxedo on
Kinda
today.
do, yeah.
Denim on denim. But it's also an outfit, and this is to my point about style, that would have not been out of place in Napoleon Dynamite
It wouldn't
at
have.
all.
I didn't even do that on purpose.
If you put on a side pony, you would look like Napoleon's girl. What was
I have no chance of
I
getting
don't
her
remember
name.
her name.
I just
but,
remember Tina.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
The llama.
because what's it? Yeah.
Are you drinking 2% because you think you're fat?
Yes, yeah, he's like, you could be. He's trying to be nice. Like, you could be drinking whole if you wanted. Here's the other thing is, and now that we know more about this, is Napoleon autistic? Does he have Asperger's? Is he on the spectrum a little bit? It
Maybe
seems,
He
it
would
seems
have to be.
like it seems
Yeah.
like he is
the social
somewhat.
awkwardness.
He's
alone.
very genuine, right? But a bit of no filter, like the 1% thing. He thinks
Yeah.
he's being very kind, right? Like, no, you could be drinking whole milk if you want, but
Right.
when you open with, is that because you think you're fat? It's like he's trying to be nice, but there's just a little awkwardness there. Which, by the way, Love on the Spectrum season 2 just dropped, and if you ever just want to cry, oof, Love on the Spectrum is an incredible show. It's an unreal, wholesome show.
What is that on?
Netflix. Yeah.
Are we running out of shows to make or something? Like,
No. This is I know why you're saying that, right? Because how do you arrive here,
Yeah.
right? But this is a very well done show. It's a very wholesome show. It's a very good show. Let's save that energy for like my 2,000-pound life.
yeah.
And stuff like that, where like nobody actually needs to see anything that's on. Is that A&E? What show's that nowadays?
Yeah, it sounds like
True
A&E. It's the
TV.
same one as
Bravo, maybe.
Hoarders, right? Same one as Hoarders.
Yeah, Hoarders.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
liked Hoarders for a little bit.
Oh, the Hoarders.
No, it's
It
about
stressed me
the
out.
shows out there, dude. I get home last night, right? It's about 8:30. I look at the TV. Not only is my wife watching The Bachelor,
Yeah, hell
okay,
yeah.
but they're having
Bachelor
a,
in Paradise or Bachelor?
I think it was just the regular. I don't
normal
know.
Okay.
Bachelor,
It didn't look
yeah.
very paradise to me, but
Okay.
the girl's talking about her astrological sign. She's like, it's a good thing you're a Gemini because I'm a Taurus and they just go so well together. And I asked Victoria, I was like, how long have they been dating? She's like, this is the first episode. I'm like, girl, chill.
I can tell he's
Girl,
never.
chill.
I can tell he's never Irene Lentagini'd. We used to through some
Oh my
interesting.
God, I forgot about that.
Some interesting workplace politics. We used to have this woman on, Irene Lentagini, who very smart, speaks like 5 languages,
Yeah.
right? But English is one of them that she's learned recently. And so I just mean it, it's kind of rough radio to listen to. But yeah, we would have her read the stars. You try to tell us what was going to happen in the
Dang.
football games, and it did
It's like
not.
Monday Night Football games,
was
I
just
think.
a-
It was
What
Mondays.
was the accuracy rate?
Dude, none.
I don't even
It's a
remember.
disaster of a
You're
segment.
telling me the stars don't tell the future?
I know. Are you into is that horoscope and astrology? Is it the same thing?
She seems
I
like
think that's
she
the
would be.
same. I know my sign. I don't really buy into it.
Well, I mean, we've had Devin Snow talk about before how if you're in the active dating scene now, that it's almost like you have to have some sort of conversational knowledge about it because you'll get hit over the head with it.
I don't think a guy's gonna ask me anything about.
No, not you. No, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Well, I don't know. I mean, but yes, you're right. Less likely,
right?
I would say.
Yeah.
I guess Dev was coming more from the male perspective.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. He is a guy.
All I know is I'm an Aquarius. I don't know what that means. I don't know any other interaction.
I'm an Aquarius too.
On the board there you go. When's your birthday?
February 7th.
Okay, I'm the 9th. Look at us.
Stop.
Couple of B-days coming up.
That's almost the same day, guys. Crazy.
It is crazy. It's 2 days apart. Taylor.
Yeah. It's almost the same day. That's what I'm saying. It's not, but it's almost. It's 2 days apart.
Love that.
Memphis is the 4th. Katie's the 22nd.
Oh my God.
February. Look.
Al's 23rd.
I mean.
There you go.
There we go.
What a way to start the show, guys. I'm proud of us. This is the best opening segment that'll be done in morning radio in the entire state today.
How about that weather last night,
Guarantee it. Yeah, rainy.
How about it?
Rainy. Yeah. You know, a little wet, a little warm.
I don't know if I could say warm.
You think it's warm outside right now?
No.
It is.
It's a little warmer than it's been, but I wouldn't say it's warm.
It's 59 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's warmer.
I have it pulled up right now.
It ain't warm.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's warm in the context of January 23rd.
Well, not in Louisiana.
It's warm as opposed to the 8 degrees that we had last week.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah. Congrats on all the schools being open.
Yeah. Well, it's raining today. Are they open? Did they open when it rains?
Didn't love that.
Yeah, I didn't love that
Didn't
either.
love that.
Yeah.
Didn't love that.
No, I did. I'm not even attacking your joke, Taylor. I'm trying to make this segment as awkward and flat as possible to continue this bit.
You didn't even say anything about the video I sent in the group chat.
Which one?
With the Tampa Bay Bucks ring, and it was like covered in dirt, and they were cleaning the ring, and it made all the sounds, scraping and brushing.
ASMR.
I was like, this is
I'll
for
go
you,
check it out.
You didn't watch it?
Yet.
No,
he
does
said
that.
it just for you.
I did.
He
That's
even
messed
said,
up.
"Here you go, T-Bob,"
Yeah.
or something like that.
That is messed up.
I was about to respond, Jake.
And you didn't even know the name of his radio show. That's
Jake,
crazy.
I was about to respond.
Lingerie.
It's crazy.
Because the ring had two Lombardi
Okay, what's the
trophies
name
on
of it, Alondra?
On campus, off campus.
Oh, there you go.
Oof, close.
I swear I saw the panic in your eyes.
panicked
I
a
saw
little
the
bit.
steam
Yeah.
billowing out of your ears as
Hey,
coal was being shoveled
But I
into the
got
fire.
it.
Hurry!
she got
Hurry,
it though.
find an answer.
I got it. You were a Rivers, didn't it?
Man, no, good job. Good job. All right, fair play. All right, so here's what I want to do. Next, I do want to get into this LSU wide receiver room a little bit, which feels random, but you got to trust me. There's I think there's a point behind it. Like if you're an LSU fan, I think you'll like it. I do want to talk some NFL this week, and then Jay Johnson talked to the Greater New Orleans Quarterback Club Baseball Bash Luncheon, or the GNO QC BBL yesterday, and had some very some interesting stuff that I want to get into as well. So keep it locked. Yeah. Yeah, what, you don't know about the GNOCQ BBL?
No.
The Great New Orleans Quarterback Club Baseball Bash Luncheon? I mean, okay, whatever, dude. You host a sports show? Surprising. More OTB coming up next.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
K to Z window coverings. How about this? Brandon Barton's grandma, Jake, was the original secretary of the Junior League. She would make drapery, right, for these affluent women. Brandon later says, you know what? We can do this, dude. And so in the 90s, he says, you know what? We're going full out on this thing. Creates K to Z, starts pounding the pavement, building on swequity. Sweatquity or swequity? Either way, you get the point. The point is he grinded up, and now when you look at how much they've grown over since the 90s, you understand that if you need window coverings that, wow, you want to go with the experts and know more than anybody because they've been in this game their entire life, you want K to Z. Have them come out to your home, break down exactly what you need, both functionally and aesthetically. K to Z window coverings, KTOZblinds.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge. Bank and Trust Poll of the Day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, live at lunch on Palmer. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the Poll of the Day via Twitter at 1045 ESPN.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $20,000 off new 23 Ram 1500 Black Widow trucks, $20,000 off new Ram 1500 trucks, and all new Bayou Automotive vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. BRAC, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs, even in the case of an after-hours emergency.
Join me and Jimmy Ott for the Tuesday edition of Live at Lunch. We are at Mike Anderson Seafood, Wesley at Nicholson. Andy Esco joins us from Las Vegas. And we do first class, second class, no class. Live at Lunch, 11 a.m. Tuesday on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Up all night, but I passed out before the sun came up. I really wanted to see one of those. I know that's no way for
Okay, I mean, well, let's bring this. So what? If I don't know someone's birthday, I'm a bad friend? You don't know your friend's birthdays. I don't know how. I think it's creepy that Taylor knew you were born in May. I think it's weird. I think he's stalking you.
Again, I said I just took a shot because I remember last spring I just started the show and it was his birthday. And I was like, oh, yeah, it started in April, so it's got to be April or May. So I just threw out May and it happened to be correct.
Hey, you don't have to explain yourself.
Yeah, I
You're
didn't
just a good
actually.
friend.
No. Plus, my dad's birthday's in May, and I remember y'all being. What is the exact date?
8th.
Okay, so yeah, my dad's
good
the
job
second.
asking like you didn't know, so you didn't creep him out further.
No, my dad's the
What is
second.
it? It's like May like
and I
8th
remember them
or
being
something.
close together.
What was it? It's like 11 p.m. I think. I read the birthday. I didn't read the birthday. I mean, when was it?
I just guessed the month. I didn't even know the
I
date.
agree.
No,
I am
don't
not
let
a
him being
very
a bad
thoughtful
friend.
person.
You're
Okay, I am not. I'm not.
You have a very kind heart.
I don't
but
respond
you
to
are
texts.
Not a thoughtful
I'm not
person.
good at giving gifts. You got me that wonderful bottom account. I got nothing. This is all true.
Hey, I only know one of my friends' birthdays,
So, but that makes it weirder because that means again that you're just like
now it is getting a little
you
weird.
got like a hair shrine to Jake back in your home or something.
No, it's not. Again, it was a total
It's
guess.
not.
It's not a
It's
shrine.
just a regular shrine.
Yeah, exactly. It's not hair, dummy. It's just got pictures and candles and some used gloves that he gave me when he was walking off the field back in 2007, and I was 2.
Chill out. That 2 part feels like an attack.
Nah, he was probably what? I mean, we're like 8, something like
Like 11.
that.
So, 07.
No, okay, so look, I agree with you,
07, I was
though.
in 6th grade, so I was like 10 or 11.
I agree with you. I'm not the most thoughtful person in any of these regards. I just will vehemently disagree with this idea that you should know anybody's birthday. It's an absolutely ridiculous thing. Absolutely ridiculous.
It just kind of sticks with me. So like now I'm just always gonna know that yours is on the 9th. I'm like I know Taylor's.
See, some people
what
have
did you say
that.
yours
I don't
was?
have that, dude.
May what?
8th.
Yeah, I'm gonna know
Come
that
on,
forever.
May 8th. I could have told you that.
3 days after Cinco de Mayo.
I just did. I beat you.
Well,
to
and
it.
see, my dad's this May 2nd, and my best friend's May 1st, so like that's easy to remember.
All right. Well, on that very exciting note, thank you, Taylor. We're going to.
We was all talking about the same thing, bro.
Going to dive in.
You brought
to an equally random conversation. Well, I was being defensive. I was saying that I shouldn't be judged for not knowing
I know
birthdays.
Taylor's is easy because it's 9/11, right?
That is correct. Yeah, that's pretty funny, T-Bob. Let's make a 9/11 joke.
Forgot that. Oh man. God, just when I thought you couldn't get worse. Your birthday is 9/11. Way to go. I hope you're happy. I actually feel bad for you. Your birthday really got kind of ripped away in an awkward way. I mean, was it weird like celebrating around the time? Like for the first couple years after?
Nah, I mean, I was like 5 when it happened. Like when it happened, teachers are like sending everybody home, and I'm like, wait, my mom's supposed to bring cupcakes later. Like we can't leave. So,
all right, let's get into this. Let's get into this LSU wide receiver group a little bit, and so this is all
Natural
kicked
transition.
off. This is all kicked off just because I was thinking about C.J. Daniels, thinking about the Pirtle a bit, right? Thinking about Garrett Nussmeier, thinking about the team next year. You got Ohio State looking super strong next year. We're going through our Snaps top 12 yesterday. We don't put LSU anywhere in there. They're gonna have to prove it, but. So I was just, but got my brain kind of going. Like,
I would love to see the 12 though.
Yeah, it ended up being a bit random at the end. Mizzou didn't even make it in with or wasn't happy about. Tennessee made it over him, which I fought against. I know. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. Trust me.
Tennessee?
Yeah, I know. Yamaliava. It's fun to say though.
Oh, Aaron.
I know. But anyway. So I'm like, okay, well, how good can LSU be? Certainly, defensive tackle remains a bit terrifying. Defensive back, I think it's actually in a better position than tackle, I would say, because you have bodies, even though you would feel like that should be the bigger weakness. But I love the coaches. I love Bo Davis. I love Corey Raymond trying to solve both these issues. So I feel pretty good about that. But then offensively, you should be pretty awesome. And when you talk about Garrett Nussmeier, you talk about LSU offensively, where they had so much success has been with that wide receiver room as of late, and you start to look at it, and this room is shaping up to be pretty damn good. I mean, Kyron Lacey, if he can get his hands right, he can be one of the most dominant receivers in the entire country, I believe. Chris Hilton Jr. should take over as your BTJ deep threat. I don't know. Well, what do you think, Jake? What's holding Chris Hilton back from being that even this year? Because it seemed like he had flashes, but there maybe it was just not getting the reps. Maybe why is it that he hasn't been able to maybe exploit his speed more consistently yet?
Maybe the one thing needs to continue to work on is contested catches. Brian Thomas Jr. was really good in that category. Malik Neighbors obviously was as well. And that's one of those things you have to have if you're going to be the deep threat. Like, yeah, speed is the must. Like, it's number one, but also being able to catch in traffic. Because it's going to be a lot of times if you're the burner, like you're going to have to go up and you're going to have to go get it, right? It's going to be a deep shot. It's going to be a moon shot, and you got to go up there and grab it, and the defender is going to be draped on you, so you have to find a way. I think that's probably the one thing that he needs to continue to work on. The talent is there. We've seen the talent. We've seen the speed. We've seen flashes, like you said, but if you want to be that guy, like it's not even 50-50 at that point. It's like you need like 75-25 to really be that guy.
Yeah.
Because when you threw
exactly.
it to Brian Thomas Jr., you figured it's about 75% chance he's going to come down with it.
Yes, absolutely. It's the same thing that we talked about Washington. Technically, you could describe those balls as 50-50, but when it's Michael Penix Jr. and Rome Odunze, it's more like 85-15.
Yeah.
Until you ran into a really good defense in Michigan. But so Lacey and Hilton, I would feel like, are probably in that mix. And then so it becomes interesting. Who's going to be that third person? Aaron Anderson has the most stats, but I didn't see enough from him this year to make me feel confident about that. Xavier Thomas from Mississippi State. Like that, I guess that's the whole point of this, is there's two actual really big pickups through the portal. Maybe the biggest pickups LSU's had in the portal this offseason, and they're both at wide receiver.
Yeah.
You got Xavier Thomas, who should be your returner. Next year, he's one of the best kick returners in the NCAA. He had a touchdown return against A&M. And in an offense that was anemic, remember, Jake, he was the only guy that we said flashed on film at all in terms of a playmaker that could threaten you. And then there's C.J. Daniels, who is the number 8 overall. He was the number 8 overall prospect in the transfer portal. He comes over from Liberty. He was a number 2 wide receiver. He's behind Evan Stewart, but ahead of Isaiah Bond. And he brings... he's coming off a hell of a year. Over 50 catches, over 1,000 yards, and I think it was 11 touchdowns on the year, maybe 10. But either way, like so I guess, is it C.J. Daniels, Kyron Lacey, and Chris Hilton with Xavier Thomas mixed in? Does Xavier Thomas pass one of them up? Does Lacey's or Hilton's inconsistency hold them back? And then you still got Sheldon Sampson, Ibieta, Parker kind of waiting in the wings. So I don't exactly know who's going to win, but I'm very excited to watch this new wide receiver group coalesce and who's going to help out Nuss as he tries to follow up a Heisman performance.
Yeah, Simpson and Parker figure like, they're going to be into the conversation in spring practice, trying to push to get one of those top spots. I know they're really excited about those two players. You mentioned a couple of returners in Anderson and Thomas. What else can you do? Like, what else can you do to help this receiver room?
Yeah.
Like, we saw Aaron Anderson enough to know that it's got to continue to get better and go up. Just figure out a returner, by the way. Like, one of you.
Xavier Thomas has to be the guy.
Figure it out.
Because he's already done it on the college level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if he comes here and gets worse, then it's like, well, how are we coaching it? What are we doing? Because we've already seen him be great at that in the SEC. So, without a doubt, you should have a guy that it's going to be more than just fair catching.
Yeah, and then when you go to C.J. Daniels, he went to Parkview in Georgia.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
That's
a big school.
Pretty big. That's Jeff Francoeur, right?
Yeah, Jeff Francoeur.
That's what I thought. Like that, and I'm surprised. Like I'm looking at his senior year stats. He had like 1,500 yards receiving. I'm surprised. Like he was a low recruit coming out of high school.
Yeah, no. Parkview's one that when I was growing up, that was one of the big dogs. Them, Brookwood.
But for whatever reason, like on ESPN, he was 3 stars. Rivals,
that's like a
2
5.
stars.
That's like a big
2,
like
4,
5.
7, 2 stars.
Hey, watch out, boys.
And then he's worked his way up to be.
Looks like that table just popped up a little bit.
Now he's a 4-star with a 97 rating.
Jake sees 2-star at 6 to midnight immediately. He's like, hold up now. We might need to look at this guy a little closer. But to your point, to go from a 2-star to now enter the portal and be a 4-star, yes, that speaks to someone that should excite you.
Right on the verge of being a 5-star.
Yeah, somebody who has proven it in college.
Yeah, and obviously that goes a long way. And Liberty's competition's not going to be obviously LSU's competition. But before they went to the Conference USA this year, I mean, they basically were playing an ACC schedule. Like if you go back and look at who they were playing, there was that one year they had like 5 ACC games and they won 4 of them. And so it's not Conference USA throughout his career, but his stats look really good on paper. The film looks good. He could slot in, and I think he's going to be he'll be on the field in 11 personnel without question. Like, where does he slot, though?
Brent Martin says, bro, you just said our wide receiver group should be a strength and then led off with if he can get his hands right. No, I said the wide receiver group has been your strength in recent years, in your best offensive years.
Both those things could still be true, right? If Chris Hilton gets his hands right, the wide receiver core should be a strength for you because you have a lot of returning talent.
Even more Kyron Lacey than Chris Hilton, because Kyron Lacey is such a physical freak that
great after the catch when he catches it.
Yeah, he could put up those insane numbers. But no, I don't know that. I think, no, actually, yeah, I guess you're right. As funny as it sounds, I guess that statement is true.
Yeah,
like if they get better at doing the very base thing of catching the ball, their physical talent is overwhelming enough where you will once again be looking at one of the best groups in the entire country.
I mean, this isn't just 1 year, by the way, for C.J. Daniels. I mean, it was, you go back in 2021, he had, 629 yards, led the team, had 7 touchdowns, and, even battling injuries in 2022, still had 800 yards. And so, I mean, he's
played like 40-something games, hasn't he?
Yeah, the stats have gotten better each and every year as well.
Is C.J. Daniels wide receiver 1?
I still think Kyron Lacy would have that opportunity. Now, what happens in spring practice, what happens in fall camp, that's got to play out. But I think Kyron Lacy will have that opportunity to be number 1, be the go-to guy. But C.J. Daniels, I would be shocked if when you start the year against USC, when you're out there in 11 personnel, if it's not Kyron Lacy, Chris Hilton Jr., and C.J. Daniels.
Feels like that.
With Mason Taylor at tight end.
It feels like that. And then And then it's like, okay, well, who's going to be that slot guy that comes on? Or I don't even want to pigeonhole the slot guy because who knows?
I mean, I think that would be Daniels being 6 foot, 179.
Yeah, you'll probably move it. Even if you're 4 wide, that's where you're going to play him. So whatever. But who's going to be that 4th guy? Will be Thomas, Anderson, Shelton Sampson. We'll see. So the overall point, though, good on him for making a very strong group even stronger this offseason. Also, in this, I learned that Kai Preen moved to the defensive back during bowl prep. It's always a bit odd, but we've seen it work out very well in the past. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe something to keep an eye on.
My man, John Trey Kirkland, went back and forth.
Yeah. He did it all.
What was the other guy that started at receiver from Texas? He played in that Fiesta Bowl, which they were like one play away from Gordy getting.
Oh, my God.
Manny Netherly.
Yes, Manny Netherly. Manny Netherly. Great name. After Grant Delby got ejected on some bullshit.
I mean, there was like no bodies left.
And then Corey Webster. I thought that.
I didn't mean like nobody, like there are nobody, like no like physical bodies that were like left to go out there.
I was feeling insecure about this because I wasn't sure if I had my memory correct, but Corey Webster was a receiver coming out of high school, wasn't he? Yeah. And
so was Jack Hunt.
Okay.
Rustin.
Hell yeah. Right on.
Yeah.
Jack Hunt.
Oh, y'all are missing
believe you me, Coach Saban.
Morris Claiborne.
Mo Claiborne was one?
Mo played everything at Fair Park.
Yeah.
Like
I
everything.
didn't know that.
Played quarterback. Okay. Saban was going to try to move everybody he could to defense. Jimbo used to talk about it all the time.
Hey.
He talked real fast and got real mad when, I was trying to move all my guys over their defense.
I mean, but that's why
I did it. Justin Vincent did it. No, we didn't stick. These guys actually could backpedal, so they actually had a shot.
I mean, but that's why, why Lincoln Riley's team's defenses suck, right? These head coaches have a way of prioritizing the side of the ball that they are really good at, which is actually one of the reasons why I need to see this LSU staff improve. Because I don't know, BK, I guess actually kind of even. I wouldn't, even though he's more of an offensive guy. It's not like he's been overwhelmingly so. All right, when we get back here on OTB, as I said, Jay Johnson meeting with the media at the GNOCQ-CBBL. Oh, I screwed up that time. Damn it.
Yeah, do you even know sports?
Coming next, more OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
I want you to go to the most reliable and respected roofing company in Louisiana. I'm talking about Coleman Roofing and Construction, also the most complete roofing company, as they do everything, dude. And I mean everything, everywhere, right? It doesn't matter if it's a giant commercial job, a simple residential job. They do it throughout Louisiana and the entire Gulf Coast region. And as I said, like New Orleans slate, terracotta shingles, whatever it is, they have certified installers for all the major brands, and they do the interior construction as well. Legends, Coleman Roofing.
Go to the website, colemanroof.com, and see what T-Bob's talking about throughout the state of Louisiana. Gonzales, Baton Rouge, Madisonville, Houma, Lafayette. We're literally, like, wherever you're listening to us in Louisiana, they've got you covered. Also, the construction part of it. That's why they're Coleman Roofing and Construction. Go to that website today, colemanroof.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Yo, Jake here from my friends over at Community Steel Company located in Gonzales, Louisiana. The local place you can turn to for all of your metal building needs. Notice I said local, not Houston, not Dallas, not Atlanta, but right here in Gonzales. Visit them at their brand new state-of-the-art website at communitysteelco.com or pick up the phone and give them a call today to answer all of your questions on your metal buildings, roofing and sheet metal, and any other steel needs you or your business need at 225-647-2020.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
Was a humid day, barefoot children play, looking for that summer shade. Time just slips away. Oh, Louisiana, some kind of hold on me, like cypress stumps, your fruits.
Join me for a Tuesday edition of the Hunt Palmer Show. Glenn West talking Tigers, Sharif Ishak talking Saints. Hunt Palmer Show 1 to 3 weekdays, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome back. Go TB. Sheesh, there is some Cowboys drama that we just stumbled across online as well. Okay, let's just get into it since we're already here. So it seems so CeeDee Lamb's mom during the playoff game on Saturday posted on Facebook, "Dak isn't it," with a bunch of exclamation marks. Later, someone would say she would go on to say they need to get rid of his ass. It's guys on that team that won a ring. They work too hard. He don't want a ring. Now, Dak's brother would also post, "Cowboys fans, why continue to DM me? Trust me, if I could get Dak to leave Dallas, I would. I, too, want him out of Dallas. The city and organization have been great to he and our family, but done with the drama and the so-called fans, but he loves his team and wants to bring it rings." And then what did Micah Parsons say?
No, his younger brother. His younger brother said, be happy with your $40 million or get out of here.
He also called on Dak to he also got after Dan Quinn, and he said Dak needs to take a team-friendly deal or pack his bags. Also, CeeDee's mom, at some point, somebody responded saying that he should go to Houston and play with C.J. Stroud, and his mom said, I wish he would. C.J.'s great.
No, that sounds like a bad idea. I was with the mom until that point.
I mean, I don't know, Jake. How serious is this? This is like, it's not nothing. I know you could say it's nothing, but these are very close family members making very divisive public statements. Like, if I'm CeeDee Lamb, I'm like, Mom, what the hell, bro? I need to be dealing with all this drama, dude.
I just don't understand.
And now Dak, now it's going to be awkward between us, and there's no way to erase that awkwardness because of what you said. Ugh.
What are these parents doing?
I don't know, dude. Yeah,
why are you getting involved in Twitter wars? That's hard to come back from.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, that's words are a classic toothpaste in the tube situation. That's why you have to be very careful speaking in anger, because once you say this stuff, you can't take it back. It is what it is, and people can say that they forgive you, and maybe they really do, but it's still planted in the back of their mind what you said. It's impossible to fully shake it.
That organization is just toxic. It just is. Like, I'm not saying that because Napoleon is a fan of them. It is toxic.
It starts at the top. Look, I've always said that I want to move on from Dak Prescott, and I do because I'm tired of seeing the same thing over and over. But until Jerry Jones is not your GM and he does not have complete control of this franchise, nothing's going to change. Because I think Jerry wants to win, but I think he wants to win his way. He's not going to bring in a consultant or somebody who actually knows how to run a franchise. And you could say, well, they haven't made the NFC Championship since 1995. What's been the one constant there? It's been Jerry Jones as the owner GM.
So here's where Jerry Jones, like Bill O'Brien, is a bit odd. Where there are elements of the resume that are incredible, but for some reason your take is a take that a lot of people have on him. But at the same time, I mean, not knowing how to run a franchise, well, he obviously does. He's made them the most valuable franchise in the world. Beyond that, though, he's been the GM that has overseen, more Pro Bowlers than any other team since whatever year. Like, they have drafted well. They've put together good teams. There's just some getting it done when it matters element that just isn't there.
No, there is, but I mean, T-Bob, is there any reason that Jason Garrett should have coached this team for a decade? Jerry kept him in that position.
Yes.
Jerry kept Jason Garrett.
He needed a puppet.
He knew that Jason Garrett was going to do exactly what he wanted to do.
Yes.
That's why everybody was like, oh, Taylor, the Cowboys are trying to steal Sean Payton. I'm like, I don't want him because him and Jerry couldn't get along. Because Peyton's a good coach who knows how to run things, and Jerry wouldn't let him run it. I mean, what good coach wants to go there? I'm surprised he held on to Mike McCarthy because I know they don't get along.
Yeah, and McCarthy is a good coach. I was going to make a McCarthy joke, but no, his resume is actually
to your
pretty
point,
damn good.
He is a good owner in terms of he knows how to make money. He knows how to have a profitable franchise.
But he's a good GM too, though.
In some ways.
I mean, he's built good teams. But I mean, the Pro Bowl's a bit skewed because of the Cowboys, so they get more votes. But still, like, they put together good teams. I don't think anybody's arguing that.
He puts together good teams. His ego just gets in the way too much. That's what we're talking about the coaches that he's held on too long, the inability to change. And he's like, oh, we're just going to run it back with these guys. And then before the playoffs, the Cowboys are rolling before the playoffs. He asks, hey, what's Mike McCarthy's future? And he says, well, we're going to evaluate that on a game-by-game basis.
Yeah.
I'm sure that gives Mike McCarthy a lot of confidence going into the playoffs, right? It's just not a good look.
Look, bro, I mean, nothing wrong with having a little pressure. Pressure makes diamonds. Plus, if you give him the vote of confidence, that also means you're definitely going to fire him. I think it's interesting that it's like, Jerry Jones sucks, when it's like, well, he kind of doesn't, but there is something in which he is the common denominator that's been, they just can't get over the hump. I don't know. Maybe he should get out of football altogether and get into industrial contracting, join the MMR group. MMRGRP.com, the largest industrial contractor in the entire nation. And it's located right here in Baton Rouge. And look, we're looking for engineers, construction managers, a whole bevy of positions available. So, like, whether you're a student trying to figure out which direction you want your life to go, you're a new professional entering the workplace, or you're a seasoned old vet, see what the MMR Group can offer you. They got projects all over the world, y'all. They will give you unforgettable experiences. And because they know they're not really selling a product, they say they're selling a service. And like I tell you, the people are what define the service. That's why the culture's there. That's why it's so family-oriented. That's why they treat their employees the correct way. And they set you up for success, man. Again, go see the campus for yourself. You are going to be blown away. And it's representative of how they've become the largest electrical and instrumentation contractor, again, in the entire nation. So build your future with MMR. Apply now, mmrgrp.com. So Jay Johnson yesterday, speaking at the Greater New Orleans Quarterback Club Baseball Bash Luncheon, was talking about how nice it is to get to play in-state schools because of midweek, because how good the entire state is at baseball, right? And just like how these are games where not only do they help your RPI if you manage to win, but you also know you're getting everybody's best shot because everybody's fired up to play one another because these are cats that grew up playing one another. And so there is no team just coming in here laying down. There's no team coming here taking anything for granted. And it makes everyone better. And it just, I just got excited about baseball. And then, I think it's impressive as hell that you had Nichols, Tulane, UL, and LSU all make the tournament last year.
You did. And Tulane went on like a nice run in their conference tournament to be able to make it. But he's right. And there's other teams like Louisiana Tech has certainly had over the last couple of years. They've had some really good teams. I mean, they've been ranked in the top 25. We've seen McNeese. We've seen other teams have really nice runs. And if you're going to play a midweek game, I'd much rather it be against an in-state school than somebody that doesn't move the needle at all, doesn't help your RPI, and doesn't create a competitive environment for you. Like, he's right. Like, when you play these in-state schools, those rosters wanted to be where you're at. Yeah. They wanted to play inside Alec Box Stadium and wear the purple and gold, right? 90% of them did.
Mm-hmm.
They even
you're getting their best.
They even lost to UL and Nichols last year. So
no, I remember that Nichols game. All my brother and his friends were talking all kind of noise. I mean, are Nichols technically the national champions?
Don't be a Kentucky.
I don't know. They beat him. Thank you. Exactly. You're finally coming around.
No,
exactly.
Just in 2007.
Yeah, no, don't be a Kentucky. I freaking agree, dude. Thank you. So I've been trying to tell you this
Go put Tennessee in your top 12, bud.
Look, I didn't want to do it. I said we should put Mizzou, and I just didn't have enough conviction to argue it.
Missouri has a better roster than
and an easier schedule. They both have easy schedules, but Mizzou has an easy. I agree. Dude. They're returning Brady Cook and Luther.
So you
Burden.
just let the quarterback run all over you?
You got to pick and choose. It's like a marriage.
Who was your battle?
Spot.
Who'd you fight for?
Texas.
I don't think anybody. I wasn't feeling very passionate yesterday. I wasn't feeling very passionate about the top 12 8 months away.
Yeah.
It was a fun conversation, though, for sure. You should all go check it out. Listen to snaps. All right. When we get back, let's close at hour 1 of OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com is the website. Or All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge. I'll have an airline in Goodwood. Your next Toyota is there. Whether you're buying new Toyota certified used vehicle, you need a rent. Take advantage of cheaper per-day rental prices at traditional rental companies. What I love, too, Jake, we keep pushing the service center, right? The body shop. And if you get in an accident, insurance claims are welcome. Free professional estimate, incredible lines of communication, great prices, all that sorts of stuff. But also, if you need a rental or something, it's right there. You need a shuttle service. They'll drop you off, pick you back up. So go to the place you're going to be treated the best. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge. And if you mention Jake, T-Bob, OTB, any of it, $100 towards that deductible. All-Star Toyota.
Can we add Napoleon to if you mention Napoleon?
Yes. I think they'll be confused, but yes, if you mention Napoleon, you'll get $100 towards your deductible.
All right, so you can do that as well. Go to that website to check out the new cars.
Right deal.
Leases and the rentals. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the JimsFirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the JimsFirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Bayou Ford is taking $10,000 off MSRP on new 23 Ford F-150 lifted trucks. $10,000 off new Ford F-150 and 3.9% financing. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Yo, Jake here from my friends over at Community Steel Company located in Gonzales, Louisiana. The local place you can turn to for all of your metal building needs. Notice I said local, not Houston, not Dallas, not Atlanta, but right here in Gonzales. Visit them at their brand new state-of-the-art website at communitysteelco.com or pick up the phone and give them a call today to answer all of your questions on your metal buildings, roofing and sheet metal, and any other steel needs you or your business need at 225-647-2020.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart...
Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for Tuesday's AFR, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Sean Salisbury joins us to preview the conference championship games, and the Pels are back on the hardwood. We're talking about it 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
ODB, Corey Jacob says, wait, hold up now. If we acknowledge easier schedule means higher ranking due to higher win total, then why the hell is LSU scheduling USC and UCLA instead of Georgia Tech and Houston? Because we ain't no punk, okay? Stand on business, straight up. I'd much rather play good teams and challenge yourself, because if you emerge out of that gauntlet, you are stronger for it. Even though, again, I will acknowledge this flies in the face of recent data. Given that
the UCLA game's a return trip from a game.
Yeah.
Years ago, what?
But I mean, the point stands. I mean, Michigan's out here. Michigan. I think Michigan finally does have some tough games next year, but Michigan's out here playing.
Yeah, Michigan's got
one for 2 years in a row, and it worked out perfectly for them.
Texas and Michigan.
They do have Texas, which is very fun. I can't remember. I think it's in Ann Arbor, if I had to guess. Jesse says, wait, so is LSU not in OTB's top 12? Do we want to do an OTB top 12, guys?
Yeah, we can. For sure. Tennessee won't be in there. I can promise you that.
I'll go number 1, Georgia. Number 2, Ohio State.
I go to Texas.
Yeah, I got to go Texas. Their quarterback situation's a lot better than Ohio State right now. They got talent, but we don't know who's going to be.
Will Howard's a good player, but Quinn Ewers is a better player.
Well, and he's familiar with that system.
And I got to see how Bob works out at coordinator.
See, so that's interesting, too. So you're worried about Bob as well. We talked about that with Bobby C. and Off Campus on Friday. Like, the guy has an incredible resume.
He does. I just need to see it work with the current talent that he has.
Texas 2. So we're crowning Sark. I mean, I feel you, dude. I was going to go Texas 3. Y'all want to go Texas 2? All right, let's do it. That's fine. Texas 2, then Ohio State 3. Surely after all the moves. I mean, there's no other great candidates. All right, let's see if we can round out the top 5 in this last minute. Do we go Oregon 4? It gets really weird after that big 3.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a drop off.
I mean, Ole Miss is in that conversation. No, Bama and Michigan are probably in that conversation. Utah in a Big 12 that's weakened that they could likely go undefeated. Not likely, but with Cam Rising's return, could very well go undefeated. Like Utah will be up there.
I'm okay to give you Oregon, but I'm not
giving me anything. I don't care.
No. Oregon makes sense with what they have coming back.
Their defense is always going to be good. Lanning's a great coach. You got your quarterbacks. I don't hate it.
But I'm not giving you Ole Miss. No.
So who's 5 then? Still Bama?
No.
Michigan? I mean, Ole Miss? Utah? More to be coming up next.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Patient Plus Urgent Care, Patient Plus UC.com, where you will see the difference. Quite literally, when you drive up to the building, you're like, I'm not used to urgent cares being this nice. And then you enter the building and you see the digital profile system where if you've been there before, it's just like one tap on the iPad and you are signed in, good to go. The rooms, dude, the rooms are crazy. Private, comfortable, massive. And so all this technology, when you staff it with the best people, leads to you getting the best treatment for life's unexpected moments. So you need to get in and get better. You need Patient Plus Urgent Care. Don't think twice. PatientPlusUC.com.
You can find more information about becoming a member on their website. The very top portion of the website, that orange bar, become a member with unlimited visits for only $20 a month. PatientPlusUC.com. Get in and get better.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
Elevate brand visibility, ignite customer engagement with the power of radio and digital advertising combined. Guarantee Digital Media brings the two together as a trusted media partner in Louisiana for nearly a century. Claim your free digital audit at guaranteemedia.com.
His name was King. He had a horse along the countryside. I saw him ride. One day they found him.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs, even in the case of an after-hours emergency. The light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Happy New Year from your friends at Front to Back Boat Service. And what better way to kick off your new year?
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Tuesday, January 23rd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect cloudy skies with a high of 68. In hour 2 of today's show, we have a new edition of OTB Mailbag, and we talk to LSU women's basketball coach Kim Mulkey at 8:30. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN, or catch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let we go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo, yo, yo.
Yo! What's happening, everybody? Hope you're having a great day, y'all. OTB. Hour number 2. Beginning now. I got it. So mine and Jake's mic handles touch behind the computers, but you can't see it, so you can't tell that we're arm wrestling back here.
That. Sorry.
Jostling.
There was one day about 4 or 5 months ago that I wasn't ready for it, and I had the microphone up, but I was just looking at my computer, and he hit the arm and hit me right in the tooth.
Keeping them honest, Bo. Testing them things. See how they hold up. Held up well.
It did.
So okay, real quick. Though we're not going to spend time on this, but there's some comments in the chat on like, why would Jedd Fisch leave Arizona and go to Washington? Seems like you win a couple Big 12 titles at Arizona, and you get a better job in a few years. Well, first off, I think Washington's a very good job, but also Arizona
has no monies.
Yeah. So in case you missed it, because why would you if you don't do why exactly? Me and Jake are in this world 24/7. Arizona, due to an accounting error. Hell of an accounting error.
Yeah.
Has a $250 million budget shortfall.
Yeah.
So there's like hiring freezes. So literally could not have timed it worse in terms of in the age of NIL, where it's just more and more money is needed for college football. Everything's in. Whereas Washington has more investment now than they've had ever, thanks to this most recent year. And they're even extra motivated because they're a little salty about losing their coach, right? So they're going to get Jedd Fisch all the resources he needs to try to make this successful. It's a much better job than Arizona right now, even though no Fafita returning to Arizona.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
How about
that? Quarterback and receiver, I think, are returning. I think that became official yesterday. I'll say this, though, about Washington. It's not just because of the run that they've been on. I remember having this conversation with Scott Woodward. He's like, look, if there was something we needed, of course, he was the AD at Washington before A&M. He's like, if there's something we needed, they got it for us.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a situation where we didn't have the resources.
Well,
so
he hired Peterson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Peterson was awesome there.
There's a desire to be great there, right? There is a desire to throw resources into the program. And so Arizona, like on paper, they look really good. I mean, they were on everyone's way too early top 25, top 10, really.
Yeah, we had him at 12 on our original list. And then Fisch left and we took him off. You saw him in yours?
You don't believe in Brennan?
Who?
The coach.
I don't know who the new coach is.
Brennan came over from...
Brennan?
He's actually his cousin. No, seriously, like they're related.
Oh, wait, did Cole Brennan die?
Yeah, he did.
I don't think he could be the coach at Arizona.
No, my bad. My bad. R.I.P. to Colt. That's cool. But no, I know nothing about him. Okay,
I could tell by the look on your face when I said Brennan.
Yeah, I had no idea what you're talking about. Miles? What are you talking about?
Nope.
All right, I want to get to the NFL playoffs a bit this hour. I remember LSU, South Carolina, guys. Okay, we're going to talk to Coach Kim Mulkey coming up at 8:30 right after Mailbag. LSU, South Carolina this Thursday, going to be insane. Still not technically sold out, which I don't know what that means. They're saying like some general admission maybe do on game day, but then all the tickets are like crazy expensive online right now. So I don't know what's going on, but I do know this. It's going to get out there, pack it out, be loud, be crazy. Oh, what did Grant send us yesterday? Jake, fill some time while I look it up.
I'm going to fill some time and remind you there are tickets still available for that game. Now, lower bowl, pretty expensive, right? Well, I think $259 was the cheapest there, but there's still some in the 300 section behind the basket. I think they were going for, Alondra, what we say, like $65?
I think it was yesterday. Like 70 actually.
Okay, so 70 bucks, and so it's an expensive ticket, but it is going to be loud in there, T-Bob. It is going to be college game day. You're going to have every single like possible thing to hype it up is going to be there. So,
and get out there early. Look, it's a white out. Okay.
Okay.
So wear your white. Doing our best Penn State, and there's also going to be a party on the plaza ahead of the game. So at 3:30 p.m. outside of the PMAC, little party on the plaza. Going to feature food trucks, a live DJ, fan activities, giveaways, games for fans to participate in. College game day will have tables set up with giveaways for students. And, how about this? College game day will have a space set up for students to go make their own signs. So, seems dangerous. But hell yeah, go do it.
Seems dangerous here.
I mean, if I was drawing him, I'm like, what's his name? I'm like Jonah Hill's character on Superbad. I'm incredible at drawing anthropomorphic phalluses, running around doing things. But I'm guessing ESPN would take that sign from you.
Yeah, they probably check it as you leave.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you can bring your own marker.
But like water, students find a way. So I'm looking forward to see what they create. So that's cool, man. And the college game day is going to be getting live in the PMAC at 6 p.m. And the PMAC doors will open at 5:30. So if you want to go get in, put on a good show for game day, get loud, get crazy, that is your schedule. That's going to be an awesome game coming up this Thursday. Check it out.
If you want to listen to it, you can listen on our sister station, Eagle 98.1.
There's a good company woman right there, Bo. Damn right. Damn right. Turn down that TV. Turn up the volume on whatever you're listening on the radio. Turn up the radio volume and watch the game while listening to it on Eagle 98.1. Is it on Eagle? Yeah, it's on Eagle. It's on Eagle, which is actually a really big deal.
Yeah.
Those games are never on Eagle. We've fought to get those games on Eagle. They are deserving of being on Eagle, and now. Is that the first time? I want to say this is going to be
they did the
Final
Virginia
Four last
Tech.
year. Okay, yes.
But they did the Virginia Tech one back in December, I think they played.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But, game going to be on Eagle 98.1 as well. So everybody go pack out the PMAC this Thursday. Okay, let's revisit just a couple minutes here, our Snaps Top 12. So we have...
Off the bench.
What did I say, Snaps?
Yeah.
Our off the bench Top 12.
Be where your feet are, T-Bob.
I know there's a funny joke to be made. I'm just not finding it. So we had Georgia 1. Y'all want to go Texas 2, you said?
I do because of Quinn Ewers.
So, yeah.
I mean, look, Ohio State may have the most talented top-to-bottom quarterback room. All of them are new. I got to go Quinn Ewers. He's familiar with that system. We've seen what he can do on the big stage.
I think it is interesting, though. Ohio State's pass should be as open as ever if Jim Harbaugh leaves, and adding Caleb Downs probably makes it a top 5 defense. They have 5 former 5-star wide receivers in there for that quarterback to throw to. We'll see. Okay, so Texas 2, Ohio State 3, Oregon 4. Now who's 5? If Harbaugh's there, it's probably Michigan.
I was about to say, the Michigan situation is just you don't know where they're going to be.
Well, let's say Harbaugh's gone.
If he leaves, then you have 30-day portal window that opens up, and you don't know who's going to leave. And so we don't know what that finished product is going to look like. And there's a lot of places we don't know because of how quickly you can change, and there's still another portal window. But like for Michigan, we truly don't know. Like we think they're going to hire from within, but we don't know that. And so I think they've built it to be a top 5 program, but we don't know that it's going to be that after Harbaugh leaves, and maybe they go on the outside and maybe they bring in the wrong guy. We don't know.
So what we do? I would go Ole Miss, but
I'm kind of with T-Bob on this one.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I don't want to. But it feels like they played really well last year. They finished very confidently.
Yeah.
And they're returning all their best pieces. I didn't know they lose Quinshon Judkins, but to me that was kind of like
Diggs.
What?
Yeah, they got
you got Logan Diggs out of the portal.
Oh, did they end up landing Diggs? I missed that. Oh, wow.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. He's kind of going in on the portal a little bit. Like,
yeah, hey, look, man, you gotta make that money, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, and to me, Ole Miss kind of treated Judkins like LSU treated Lance Hurd. We're just saying, you're really good, but we're not willing to pay you what that other school is willing to pay you. Lance Hurd landing in Tennessee, by the way, y'all. And if you think about last year, Jake, Ole Miss, like Quinshon Judkins, it took him a while to get going.
It did.
Like he did not have an overwhelmingly. He got on at the end. He started getting going at the end, but no, I would go Ole Miss 5. Does anybody else? I mean, I hate it, but like, who else? Alabama, Michigan, Utah.
I think there's too many question marks around those teams. Like again, I don't. There's about 10 teams out there that you could put at 5, and I don't feel good about any of them being at 5. Someone has to be though. I don't see why it shouldn't be Ole Miss.
Okay.
Where are we at with Florida State?
I got them sneaking in at 12, but I haven't really paid attention to their portal as much. And I don't know who's going to play quarterback.
DJU.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. They got Uyunglele. Okay.
They're 4th in portal rankings.
Okay.
So it goes Louisville, Colorado, Ole Miss, Florida State, South Carolina. That's the top 5. Louisville's another team too. Now I'm not
Louisville
gonna,
should probably.
I'm not gonna throw them in the top 5 here, but they make the ACC championship game in year 1 under Jeff Brom. They have the number 1 portal class in the country. They return a lot of guys from that team that made the ACC championship game. Again, not going to put them top 5, but they are firmly in the top 12.
Okay, so then let's math out the rest of this list though and see who gets in and who gets out. We can put Ole Miss in as a placeholder then.
Sure, put Ole Miss at 5 because the room's agreeing that's where they should be.
What about who's 6? I got Alabama.
I think Alabama coming at 6, yeah.
Okay. 7, I got Michigan.
Okay.
8, Utah.
Yeah,
somebody's got to merge out of that Big 12. And getting Cam Rising back, dude. Utah could they might push for undefeated.
Yeah. Arizona felt like maybe that team that we would put there if Jed Fish didn't leave. Now they've gotten some good news, quarterback receiver coming back and not going into the portal, but they have lost some players. And I think Jed Fish is a really good football coach.
Okay, so we're cool with Utah at 8?
Yeah.
Notre Dame 9?
Yeah, Riley Leonard, Mike Denbrock. Yeah, I'll go Notre Dame.
Penn State 10?
No, Missouri's got to be ahead of Penn State.
Okay.
Missouri's got, right? I mean,
yeah, I would
Penn State, look.
I definitely had Penn State in the top 12, but I think I'm going to agree and say Missouri above them.
I'm down for Mizzou 10. I was trying to put Mizzou 10 yesterday.
I think they should be. I mean, Brady Cook's coming back. Luther Burden's coming back. You got a couple of nice players from the portal.
They lost their whole staff to us.
I know.
It sucks, but Jesse says LSU's defense really kickstarted Judkins. True. Sad. Also says LSU 10. I don't. Greg Lamont, how are you having Notre Dame top 12 and not LSU? I think LSU's got more questions than Notre Dame does. LSU does have a pretty friendly schedule, even though it's really hard, 10 out of 12 Power 5 teams, but it's still relatively.
I like LSU next, for sure.
I do, too. They have to be in the top 12. I think that.
Really? You think they're for sure in the top 12?
I do. Yeah, I mean,
the defense last year was one of the worst we've ever seen, and they finished right there on that verge.
No doubt. But we did have another Heisman winner.
And I know they did.
Yeah, the offense is going to drop off a little bit, but there's no reason the defense
goes up as well.
The defense should go up significant, at least nothing else other than coaching. I mean, Blake Baker, we talked about it. They were 113 in the country before he got there. He brought them to 63.
Okay, so you think so then we're going to leave Mizzou, or we're going to leave Penn State out of. We're getting SEC heavy here, so Penn State's out. So Mizzou 10, LSU 11.
I was told Drew Aller was going to be the next coming, and Sean Clifford was trash, and Sean Clifford had been playing there too long and not done anything. And Sean Clifford, by the way, made an NFL roster as a backup now in Green Bay, so he must be doing something right. And Drew Aller showed me nothing to make me think that he was going to be the quarterback that he was sold to me as.
I think it's James Franklin's fault. I saw quarterbacks operate in a system in which they were terrified of making a mistake and how badly that affects development. in those latter Les Miles years. And Drew Aller plays like someone who, above all else, has just been told, do not turn the ball over. Like, take no risks whatsoever. Like, they kept bragging about him only having one pick, and I'm like, no, that's the problem. It's like last year when Kelly was like, I kind of need Jaden to, like, take some shots and be willing to, like, get picked off or make a mistake. Like, I feel like James Franklin, and plus, hasn't he had, like, 6 or 7 OCs? Didn't Jim Moore call Michael Vick a coach killer one time? Absurd, but James Franklin is an OC killer. That is proven. So
no, I mean, I think y'all are both right.
Aller.
Franklin has proven a complete lack of ability to win the big game. And like Jake said, a lot of hype around Drew Aller, not a lot of on-field production. I don't think they should be in the top 12 at all.
Gulf South says LSU beat Mizzou, a catch away from beating Ole Miss. I don't know how you put Utah, Mizzou, Penn State, Michigan with no Harbaugh or even Bama ahead of LSU because, guys, you are losing a Heisman winner. I still think the offense is going to be awesome, but you're losing 2 first-round receivers and a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback.
I don't know about Utah as much as T-Bob, but the Big 12 stuff does.
That's more of just a function of somebody has to win the Big 12. Utah was really good without Cam Rising this year. If they had Cam Rising, they would have challenged.
Yeah, Bryson Barnes started the season as a third stringer.
That's what I'm saying. They would have challenged. And not just him. Their entire team got decimated by injury. They had like 20-something starters out at one point.
And Kyle Whittingham's a good coach.
Yeah,
He's
Jake,
been there,
I'm
done
surprised
that.
you're not on the Utah bandwagon with me here. This feels
I love Cam Rising.
I thought you were Utah.
I love Cam Rising, and we'll see how they adapt to the Big 12. Like, there might be a period where they have to adapt to some of the things that happen in the Big 12. I don't know that. Cam Rising just got to stay healthy, too.
No, true.
Just got to stay healthy. I mean, that man has been through the ringer a couple times.
So, Mizzou 10, LSU 11, and now you got to have an ACC team on there somewhere. Right? How many SEC teams do we have?
I think you kind of do Notre Dame with the schedule they play. I think
6. We have 6 right now.
That's okay. Ain't no problem.
6 in the top 12
Ain't no
SEC?
problem.
Bro, that's a little... Somebody ain't going to make it.
Look, this is just workshopping.
We're workshopping.
We can place
guys,
our
it's
final
January.
ballots.
These are very, very early projections.
I know, but guess what? We're college football sickos, and I freaking love it. So what do we want to do, FSU or Louisville?
I think I'd go Louisville.
Okay.
Ahead of FSU.
Y'all are going to hate it. No love for Clemson?
No.
I need to see them do something.
No, I get it. But
I need to see them do something in the offseason.
Get one player out the portal.
They won 5 straight. Klubnik's back.
Anytime they faced a team of the Pulse, they got beat.
I get it. But 5 straight wins. Klubnik's back. Again, Dabo hadn't been great the last couple of years, but he's still been solid for the most part.
Klubnik
you know what
would
he can
have
do.
to take a significant jump for them to do what you thinking they were going to do.
And they open up with Georgia.
That's an L.
But no, I get it for sure. But I mean, so Louisville was great in the portal. We'll see.
Okay, so I will. So I believe our OTB top 10 is as follows. Top 12 for the 12-team playoff is as follows: UGA, Texas, Ohio State, Oregon at 4, Ole Miss rounding out the top 5. Alabama 6, Michigan 7, Utah 8, Notre Dame 9, Mizzou 10, LSU 11, and Louisville 12. All right. There you go. 6 to 12 SEC teams. That's why this next year is going to be so fascinating. Somebody's going to fall out of the group. I think you get 3 SEC teams in, maybe 4. Who will it be? LSU's schedule will set them up at least to sneak in over some other teams, as 10 of 12 Power 5 teams will reflect very nicely in a 12-team playoff when things like resume separating between, 2 2-loss teams or multiple 3-loss teams. That's going to start to really matter. So it's good. That's good scheduling. I think it's one of the reasons why you would schedule harder. Risk versus reward.
Notre Dame is an interesting team. I got them right there, like somewhere between 10 and 14. They open up at Texas A&M. And then it gets easy for them. Then they're Northern Illinois, Purdue, Miami of Ohio. But then they do have Louisville. But then it goes back to Stanford, Georgia Tech, Navy.
I just can't believe how awesome college football is now that Mike Elko and Riley Leonard have to square up with one another at completely different schools week 1. It's so weird. So great. All right, when we get back, we'll do a quick OTB mailbag. Then we'll hear from the legend, Coach Kim Mulkey. Keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger. In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Brack teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Brack, your #1 park system in the nation.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our #1 product is always customer satisfaction. Visit us online at reliefwindows.com.
Buy brands on one lot. Shop BayouAutomotive.com.
I wanna sweep you off your feet tonight.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
We got some good comments rolling in. Unfortunately, I can't type and tell everybody how dumb they're being, so we'll address some of it. Edub says defense may improve, but offense is going to fall off. I don't know how y'all are this optimistic. We didn't add anything significant. I do agree. Like the defense will improve. The question is, does the defensive improvement is it going to be greater than whatever the offensive fall off is, right? And vice versa, like that relationship between those two. I would disagree with we didn't add anything significant. I mean, that was kind of the entire point of the C.J. Daniels thing earlier, was pointing out that you actually hired a top 10 or hired. Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, kind of.
You hired a top 10 player from the portal and the number 2 receiver ahead of Isaiah Bond, right behind Evan Stewart, and you're bringing him in. So, like, I think you and Xavier Thomas, I think, is a significant add as well. So,
and you have the core of your offensive line for the 5 coming back.
Oh yeah,
you have a quarterback that is a first-time starter, no doubt about it. But you feel, I say first, he finally got to start in the bowl game, but you know what I mean. First year that he's going to be the guy. But I think where you're at as far as what your expectation is for him is high because he's shown you those flashes. You do have some receivers coming back. You're losing your top 2, no doubt about it. But you have a Mason Taylor coming back. And so, to T-Bob's point, there's enough coming back where, yeah, there probably will be a drop-off. I mean, you had the number 1 offense in the country, but is that drop-off going to be where you're 53rd? I don't think so. I think you're still a top 25 offense. And then if your defense just goes to, like, 65th, right?
Yeah.
That's a big difference from where you were, which was close to 100.
Yeah, and the O-line's elite, as Matt C. points out. Playmakers, wide receiver, running back. Running back's position that seems to have gotten better this offseason, certainly.
It's a quality versus quantity thing, right? Because, like, you lose a lot at running back. You lose Diggs to the portal. You lose Emery because of eligibility. You lose Armani Goodwin to the portal. But you have Caden Durham. You still have Trey Holly and Caleb Jackson. The plan right now is for Josh Williams to come back. So it's like you feel good about all 4 of those guys. You may only have 4 of them, but all of them should contribute a lot.
So we'll see.
I mean, look, Heisman odds came out yesterday. Like, it's the first time where this year's Heisman odds. And, I mean, Garrett Nussmeier's 18-1. He has the same odds as Jackson Dart.
Damn.
He has better odds than Riley Leonard, Cam Ward, Connor Wegman, DJU, Brady Cook, Kay Klubnik. So, I mean, the expectation is that Shadur Sanders is 40-1.
Wow.
So it kind of tells you what the expectation for him is.
All right, let's do some quick couple OTB mailbags.
Special delivery! I have this special delivery for off the bench. And look, it is marked most urgent.
We'll be writing to you.
The internet. What the is the internet?
You got her. Hashtag OTB mailbag. Favorite action movie ever? Okay, so the one that jumped into my head was Face Off. I think that Face Off has the best opening 20 minutes of maybe any movie of all time. But do we count The Matrix as an action movie?
That's sci-fi.
Or they're more sci-fi. Okay. Then I'll go Face Off.
I don't know, like crime, are those considered action movies?
Well, give me the movie and I'll tell you whether or not
like
we're
The
good.
Departed is really good.
I'm going to go Departed's more. No, I'm not saying Departed's action.
That's more thriller, I guess, right?
More,
drama
more,
thriller.
A crime drama, something like that.
I feel like it's hard for me to know what action is.
It's like that guy that had to define pornography that one time legally and said, I can't define it, but I know it when I see it.
Yeah. Rush Hour?
Yes, action comedy. Rush Hour's action comedy. And very good. I think they're making a new one.
Oh, really?
I hope so.
I love that.
Ooh, I feel like
Kill Bill. Oh my gosh.
Bill.
What am I even like?
Great.
Yeah, that's the best, to me, the best
I don't know. I might go any of the Die Hards. Point Break's really good. Roadhouse is one of my personal favorites.
Roadhouse is good.
I'm going to go a little bit different. It's a movie I'll just watch every time it's on. I love Shooter by Mark Wahlberg.
Not awful.
I've heard it's pretty good. I haven't seen it.
It's my favorite Mark Wahlberg movie.
Escape from New York.
Snake Plissken. I don't know much about this. I don't remember much about Escape from New York except that Snake Plissken is one of the best names that anybody's ever made up ever.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, do we consider Christopher Nolan movies action movies? Because Inception's pretty good. That's got some action in it. It's hard for me to tell what an action movie is.
I see what you're getting at, but it just I don't feel action when I think of Inception.
Psychological thriller.
I would almost put Inception more in the sci-fi even.
Yeah, I wouldn't say psychological thriller for that.
I would put it more in the sci-fi category. Almost.
Gladiator.
Gladiator would classify as action. Yes.
But even
that's the thing.
Even that's
like,
kind of on the edge. Like that's not like again.
Oh my gosh.
Like Face Off is clearly like John Woo movies are clearly just action.
Yeah,
Olympus
Speed
has fallen.
Yes. That movie is.
Olympus Has Fallen would be an action movie.
It'd be one.
Is that Gerard?
I don't know that I'd throw
It's
that on
Gerard
this
Butler
list.
and Channing Tatum. Yeah.
True Lies action movie. Yes, absolutely.
Actually, Channing
Bad
Tatum
Boys
was
2.
White House
Channing
Down.
Tatum's White House
they're
Down.
two
The
very
same
similar.
Gerard
Yeah.
Butler. No, they're the exact same.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, they aren't sequels?
No, they're
So-
they're the same movie.
Well,
I thought they
and
were
T-Bob,
sequels
the
to one another.
the sequel to Olympus Is Down, or Olympus Has Fallen, is London Has Fallen, where Gerard Butler's
I was
in,
about to make
in
a
Great
London
Britain.
Bridge
And then
joke, but they
Angel
beat me
Has
to it.
Fallen.
And
There
then
was a
Angel Has
third.
Fallen, which
Yes.
was not good.
There's one with which one's the one that has Morgan Freeman in it?
That's what,
Olympus Has Fallen.
That's Olympus Has Fallen
Yeah.
with
Who's
Gerard Butler.
the president?
The
No,
the president's
he was
Aaron
the speaker.
Eckert. Yeah, the president's
I think he
Aaron
was
Eckert.
either the vice president or the speaker of the house or something
Yeah.
like
Wow,
that.
Olympus Has Fallen had a cast.
And then
Yeah.
the president in the Channing Tatum movie is Jamie Foxx. So Jamie Foxx and Channing Tatum hanging out in the White House is the
Bruh,
White House Down.
You know how many women be rolling through the White House if it was Jamie Foxx and Channing Tatum up in that thing?
Bruh.
Put JFK to shame. Jesse McCormick says Fast and Furious, absolutely. No one bringing up John Wick. I mean, yeah, John Wick 1 would be great. But again, I don't think you have to understand. I've watched.
Oh yeah, 300's super good.
I could do an entire treatise on why I believe the first 20 minutes of Face Off is near perfect cinematic storytelling.
Kind of like the first 20 minutes of Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, another great.
No notes.
Yeah, just
Full Metal Jacket's super good.
I'm eventually going to watch the entire John Wick series.
I have.
I've
already.
only seen one. I've only seen the first one.
They're great.
All right. So, yeah, we're going to go to break, and when we get back, we got Coach Kim Mulkey. Keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge. Yes, 300 is actually good. Bilbo, shut up and take a lap if you don't think so. 300's
make
awesome,
a
dude.
lap.
This is All-Star Toyota. Only when I kick you in the chest, instead of falling in a pit to your death, you fall into some great deals.
Or a Sienna.
Yeah, you fall into the gaping chasm that is the sliding door in a Sienna because there's so much room inside of them. And you drive away a winner. Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, okay? And remember, the service center, the body shop, all makes and models welcome. You get an accident, you go in there to get it fixed up. You mention OTB, Jake, LSU, you get $100 toward that deductible. Let's go, Bo.
All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com is the place to go if you're buying new, if you're leasing, or if you are renting. We've been telling you over the last couple of days, Mardi Gras break. Yes, another break for the kids is coming up in school. And if you're going on a vacation, go ahead and rent that Toyota today. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the JimsFirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the JimsFirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $20,000 off new 23 Ram 1500 Black Widow trucks, $20,000 off new Ram 1500 trucks, and all new Bayou Automotive vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
The importance of doing this fortified program and offering it to people down here is, number one, the only real chance you're going to get to do this is when you put on a new roof or build new. And through companies like HUDCO, who's kind of leading the way in this thing, it's going to offer the customers a huge advantage in the insurance market and the price of their insurance.
You know, we're not looking to make a fortune off fortifying. We're trying to give you a better product than our competitor at the moment. I'm trying to do something that he can. I'm trying to give you something better. So a lot of these insurance shops, you're getting a re-roof, you're only paying your deductible. Let's sit down and talk about the fortified and let's see what it does to your insurance premium. You're getting a steal. Yeah. You're getting a brand new roof and a fortified certificate for your deductible, essentially. I think we're rocking and rolling.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, party plank, and vinyl siding. But our number one product is always customer satisfaction. Visit us online at reliefwindows.com.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Getting Coach Mulkey on the phone right now as we speak. So looking forward to hearing from the legend ahead of a massive game in the PMAC in a couple of nights. Which, by the way, clarification, the LSU ticket office has been sold out for months and months on this game. I guess it's just that I don't understand how tickets work. If you want some, though, you can still buy some on the secondary market, which, I mean, of course, right? I mean, that's how all tickets work. But whatever. Sold out. PMAC going to be packed. PMAC going to be crazy. I can't wait. This LSU women's team rounding into form after a couple big games over this last week. They go and they dominate Arkansas by 30. Excuse me, by my math is bad. Or no, yeah, 30. And then 20, yes, and then dominate. My brain's not working at all right now. Let's just go to the phones. Coach Mulkey, what's going on? Thank you so much for waking up with us this morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We are feeling hyped up, Coach. Excited for Thursday. Whiteout in the PMAC. Got the party on the plaza kicking open at 3:30. Ton of great family events going on. 5:30, the PMAC doors open. 6 p.m. college game day starts in the PMAC. And then the 7 p.m. tip. Coach, I know during regular seasons, coaches generally like to stay even keel. How do you approach a matchup of this magnitude? I mean, college game day, Eagle 98-1. These are goals that I know that you have to take some sort of does it make you happy to feel or to see your team on these stages?
Well, this is what you came here to do as a staff. We wanted to come back and we wanted to make women's basketball relevant. We wanted to do something positive for the state of Louisiana. Don't know that we could have told you it would have happened this quickly, and I don't know that I really could envision the craziness around my basketball team. It's really funny. I told somebody the other day, I feel like I'm coaching the Beatles.
Well, and so now the question becomes, because that's kind of off the court stuff. Now, like I said, coaches with regular season games generally like to play like it's even keel. No one game's bigger than the other. But you tend to do things your own way. How do you approach a matchup like this?
Well, I'm going to approach it the same way we did when we got spanked there last year. They're the team to beat. Mm-hmm. We're the underdog.
Yep.
No one has seemed to find out how to beat them yet. And so we are grateful that we're playing at home this year. I think our home crowd is worth a good 8 to 10 points. I think the student section is just wonderful. But we've got to prepare just like we do all games. We got to try to do some strategic things on the floor defensively. and know that it's good for our program. It's good for LSU. It's good for women's basketball. I've been coaching a long time, and I've never, ever been a part of College Game Day.
Yeah. Coach, can you give us kind of a breakdown of this South Carolina team? Because every year, every team's going to be different. We know that they're going to be a well-coached team. They're going to have athletes all over the place. But kind of what's the breakdown of what they do really well?
Well, last year, all you heard about really was Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gone now and went to the league and was outstanding as a rookie. But, you know, in this sport, we're not an individual sport. She had a lot of parts around her last year that were really good and maybe didn't get all the attention. Well, now those young ladies have stepped into the spotlight and they're doing their thing. Cardoza is a big, tall post player that's going to give us fits. She really can just stand down on that end and get offensive boards. Johnson, Raven, point guard, is in better shape than she was last year. She was coming off of a knee injury. She runs the show for them. That team obviously was in the Final Four, so there's no substitute for the experience that they got.
Coach, what did you feel like? Because when we talked to you last Tuesday, it was fresh off the Auburn loss, in which that Auburn defense really got after it. And then you come back Thursday, a really great 20-point win on the road in Tuscaloosa, come back home, dominant 30-point win against Arkansas. How do you feel about the form of your team entering this game after a couple of nice wins in a row?
I like the way we responded after a tough loss. I thought you said it best. We responded on the road. That's usually a game that's one that you can lose again. You don't know the psyche of your team. You don't know how they'll respond. And I thought we did great. And then you come back home and you play an Arkansas team that has beaten some people and live and die by the three ball. And I knew we weren't going to stop the three ball. I mean, they shot it 40-something times and made 12, but we had to take away their layups and their free throws, and we did a good job in those areas. I thought the response was outstanding. I think Haley Van Lith is getting more comfortable every day playing the point. So I like playing South Carolina today versus a month ago. I think we're a little bit more poised. We're not a polished product, but we're a little bit more poised.
Coach, a couple of weeks ago, you were talking about leadership and kind of where you were from your team, and you have a loss like that. And I know Angel Reese took to Twitter, and she's like, that one's on me. Like, what has the leadership been since that loss, knowing that you went on, you did respond well, and then going into a matchup like this?
Well, Angel's going to accept the brunt of a lot of things because that's what Angel does. Angel can handle anything you throw at her. But as I told the team, that wasn't on Angel. That was on all of us. So when we all accept a little bit of the accountability from that loss, if we're going to get better, you're going to get better individually. And when you get better individually, you get better collectively.
Coach, I wanted to ask you, so a lot of the conversation this year, as people kind of try to poke holes in the team, or at least find where maybe some relative weaknesses are, but, LSU doesn't have a true point. And you've been, you know that position better than anyone. And you've been bringing Haley Van Lith along in that role. How has that process been? How do you approach the process of teaching someone what is a new position for them?
Well, it's not my first time to do that. I took a young lady named Dee Dee Richards off the wing her senior year and played point, and we're up 12 on UConn. She goes down with a hamstring injury, and we ended up losing the game on the last-second shot in an Elite Eight game. So you just make do with what you have to do. And Haley wanted to learn the point guard position. A lot of people run from it. It's the most difficult position on the floor because you're responsible for everybody. And not a lot of people want to take on that responsibility of learning a new position. But she just wants an opportunity to play at the next level. And her chances are far greater if she can handle the ball and play a little point guard as well. You work it every day. You teach every day. It's not going to be a finished product after only having her for 1 year. I really wish I had her longer than a year to teach her all the little intricacies of playing that position.
Coach Mulkey, cannot wait for this Thursday. I think it is going to be something truly special. I know we've talked in the past. I know this isn't the first time now, but, I mean, the game's on Eagle 98.1. College game day going to be in the PMAC. It's just going to be absolutely massive. Anything you want to say to the fans before you go start to lock in for, the 48-hour timer starts?
Just be out there. Go early. College game day is going to be earlier. They're going to open the doors. I don't care what the weather is. We coach an indoor sport. Go inside. What a great thing for LSU to be seen on national television, playing the number one team in the country, and also having a team that can compete on that floor. Isn't that what we all want for LSU? And let's go be loud, be proud, and see what happens.
Yeah, Chuck Bro in the chat says there'll never be another like Coach Mulkey. I agree. Complete validation and absolutely incredible from that opening press conference to now, talking about bringing LSU women's basketball back to the premier stage and now to heights that it's never occupied before. Coach Mulkey, thank you so much, as always, for coming on here, making time for us on Tuesdays, and kick some ass Thursday night.
Hey, guys, have you seen the price of tickets on StubHub?
We've talked about it like 2 or 3 days in a row now. It's insane, Coach. Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, man. I've been doing it a long time. I've never seen the craziness around my team, and I know it's because of social media and the personalities and the championship. But when someone sent me the price of tickets a couple of days ago, I thought they were joking with me, and then they sent me a screenshot of it. And the cheapest ticket, even way up high in the Bob Euchre seat, for $400 and $500.
I know, it's insane. I mean, courtside, we're talking multiple thousands of dollars per ticket.
Well, I've got a couple courtside seats. I might better hang on to those and see if I can sell them.
The legend, Coach Mulkey. Best of luck, man. Looking forward to it, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Okay, guys. Y'all take care.
You take care as well. See you later, Coach. The absolute best, man. I agree with Chuck. Never be another one like her. It's going to be lit on Thursday.
Yes, it is.
Taylor, I think on the other side of the break, I do want to get into a bit of a game breakdown. Taylor knows this team pretty well. Alondra, I feel like you know this LSU women's team pretty well.
Yeah, we both work over at LSU.
I was going to say, y'all been working the game, so I want to get y'all's takes on it because y'all are more sharpened up than we are. Keep it locked right here.
Yeah, I mean, a pun right there, and you don't take it?
Oh, sharpened?
Yeah, I mean, his last
well,
name's
that's
Sharp.
like, dude, earlier.
Or is his last name Dynamite?
I think that earlier Sam, maybe somebody, I can't remember who said it, but I mean, earlier I missed that Taylor's birthday got hijacked.
Oh man!
Yeah, I know. It was right there.
That would have been a good one. It was there for the taking.
It's crass. It's a little dark.
Yeah.
But we deal with dark things with humor.
You would have dropped a bomb on that.
A lot of times. Yeah. Okay. Yes. There we go. All right. When we get back, close out hour 2 of OTB.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Get Gordon and get it done. Gordon McKernan, injury attorneys, 225-888-8888. Guys, massive news. Have you seen the billboard? There's a third tiny Gordon pup joining the family. There's a picture of one, a picture of another, and then a silhouette with question marks over the third pup. Who's it going to be? I don't know. Only way to find out is by following him on social media at GetGordon, or honestly, just continue to drive because I'm sure we'll get answers soon. But if you need somebody who's going to fight for you against big insurance companies, you want to support those who support their favorite athletes, the G team, you want to get Gordon, get it done today.
You can find out what they're doing for you in the courtroom at getgordon.com. You can have a chat with them on the website. You can see cases they can handle for you, past client results, all there on the website. What they're doing in the community, social media at Get Gordon is always going to be that handle on all major social media. And then you can pick up the phone, your area code in Louisiana, followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Yo, Jake here from my friends over at Community Steel Company located in Gonzales, Louisiana. The local place you can turn to for all of your metal building needs. Notice I said local, not Houston, not Dallas, not Atlanta, but right here in Gonzales. Visit them at their brand new state-of-the-art website at communitysteelco.com or pick up the phone and give them a call today to answer all of your questions on your metal buildings, roofing and sheet metal, and any other steel needs you or your business need at 225-647-2020.
Bayou Ford is taking $10,000 off MSRP on new 23 Ford F-150 lifted trucks. $10,000 off new Ford F-150 and 3.9% financing. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust Poll of the Day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, live at lunch on Palmer. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the Poll of the Day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
It was a humid day, barefoot children play, looking for that summer shade. Time just slips away. Oh, Louisiana, some kind of hold on me. Like cypress stumps, your roots are planted deep inside of me. Oh,
Happy New Year from your friends at Front to Back Boat Service. And what better way to kick off your new year than by taking your boat to the next level? Get the boat of your dreams, and that's where Front to Back comes into play. You want that spot lock trolling motor that's going to keep you right there on the water where you need to be. How about some forward-facing sonar that actually shows you the fish before you even cast? Custom stereo jobs, all.
Lloyd lit a cigarette and smiled and waved the smoke out of her face. Well, her black hair brown from the summer sun, green eyes looked around the place.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
We think Taylor Dynamite's fast. He just tried to say that he runs the 4x2, or in high school.
Yeah,
I
was going to say not currently, T-Bob.
They won.
Here,
yes,
I'll pull
but
up
that
the
would
picture
imply
for you.
you having speed.
Let me pull up the picture
back
for
in
you.
the day. What are you doing, Step Louisiana? We had that conversation too on Snaps yesterday. Somebody was like, some old man was in the chat, and he was like, "So I haven't looked at adult entertainment in 20 years," and I was asking my son about it the other day, and he said that it's all about women getting stuck in the dryer. I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess there's a lot of that out there now. Don't understand it. Do not understand it. But, hey, it's there. Taylor, have you come up with this picture yet?
Yeah, I have it. Let me message it to myself so I can pull it up. That way it's, better for people to see.
Bill Baggins. There's a lot of talk about Hugh Jackman being jacked.
Is he not?
Yeah, he is. No,
he
absolutely is.
Wolverine.
I want to see. Yes.
No,
exactly.
But what do you? He said there's a lot of talk about him being jacked.
Well, and then it spun into like some discussions about Logan and the X-Men movies, which are all, actually really, really solid. Logan, especially, I haven't seen Logan in theaters, but very excited for Deadpool 3. And I bet you Hugh Jackman, even though he's got to be like 50 now, huh?
Oh, gotta be.
Right?
Yeah.
I bet you through an insane workout regimen, strict dieting, and the best cocktails that you can get in Hollywood, our guy's going to be looking unbelievable.
It's 55.
In Deadpool 3. Exactly. And he's probably going to have like an 8-pack.
Yeah.
And veins on top of
55?
veins.
55.
Good for
He looks
him.
great for 55, to be
He
honest.
looks great for 30.
Yeah.
You love Greatest Showman, right?
Yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah.
I need to see it.
Yeah.
My sister loves that.
He was great in Les Mis.
My kids
It's my only
loved
musical
it.
role I've seen him in. He was excellent in Les Mis.
When we first moved to Baton Rouge in 2018, Gordy offered the job like in November. We had to move like in end of December. We still had houses in Shreveport, so we were like finding a place to live. We actually lived in Flynn's condo.
Yeah, I remember Red Stick, the old Red Stick Loft over there, right by Chinese Inn. Shut out.
I mean, we didn't have any of our stuff. We had like some mattresses, a TV, and an Apple TV. And so we all like would bunk up at night, pull up a movie, and that's all we had to do. And so Greatest Showman was like played 37 times. It's good though.
I love that.
Bilbo says in 2016, Hugh Jackman could bench 235, deadlift 410, squat 345. Well, yeah, I mean, those aren't crazy numbers.
Yeah, I was going to say that squat's not.
But then again, he's not training for max strength. When you're training for max strength, you end up looking more like a world's strongest man competitor. He's trying to get shredded. That's like even the one time I saw Jason Momoa in real life, way, way slimmer than you would think. Super cut, still like big, but like it's just that to look that shredded, to look that cut, you're a little skinny. You're not like world's strongest man type stuff. I always forget that. Yeah, Wolverine, Jake, in the comic books is like short. He's like 5'5", 5'6", like 5'10".
You know what I'm going to say.
There you go. Right?
Low man wins.
Hour 3 next.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
RejuveMeMedical.com. Restore me, refuel me, rejuve me. Michael Battlehart says I like him in that robot movie. Yeah, Real Steel, classic. Who could forget? RejuveMeMedical.com. If you're having mood and memory problems and you forgot Real Steel, well, don't worry. Rejuve can put together a plan to help combat the effects of untreated aging. Now, if you're male, female, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever. Happens to say different products. Get the free consultation. Get your labs drawn. See where your body's efficient. And let them customize a plan for you. Rejuve Medical.
Go to the website, RejuveMeMedical.com. Get your consultation set up because there's a lot of things that you could be dealing with, but you won't know what that is unless you go get those labs drawn. It's a quick and easy process. You schedule the appointment, you walk in, you're out, and then they contact you, go over your labs with you so you know exactly what's going on. Then they get you on a plan to feel like your more youthful self. RejuveMeMedical.com, RejuveMeMedical.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Happy New Year from your friends at Front to Back Boat Service. And what better way to kick off your new year than by taking your boat to the next level? Get the boat of your dreams, and that's where Front to Back comes into play. You want that spot lock trolling motor that's going to keep you right there on the water where you need to be. How about some forward-facing sonar that actually shows you the fish before you even cast? Custom stereo jobs, all of it. Sherman family's been doing it for 38 years. Go to fronttobackboatservice.com.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Tuesday, January 23rd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect cloudy skies with a high of 68. In Hour 3 of today's show, we talk with Nick Underhill from New Orleans Football at 9 a.m. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch them on the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let we go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo, yo, yo.
See, I don't know what you're doing with
What?
the hair. It's
Come in here, get a tight shot,
screaming
Taylor.
down in a merry-go-round.
Screaming
right
something.
now.
You know what it's screaming infidelities.
Wasn't the Fallout Boys
Your
hair doing?
hair is. It's dashboard, bro.
No, it's Fallout
Get it
Boys
right.
hair. That's my joke. I said down in a merry-go-round.
Oh, is that a Fall Out Boy song?
We're going down.
Wow. You don't know Fall Out Boy?
Go down singing.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Thank you.
I like the gun kinds that I cock it and pull it. Yeah, see? I know.
We got you there eventually.
I was always more of a dashboard guy. What can I say?
It's okay. You can like more than one thing.
No, I know. I just mean that like I can't pull Fall Out Boy references off the top of my head. Last time I listened to Dashboard was 2 years ago after LSU lost to Florida State in the first game of the BK era. I was so sad the next morning. I found myself naturally gravitating towards Dashboard the entire morning.
Can't look at you right now.
Isn't it distracting? Do we have Nick? No, not yet. Should I text him?
Should I just get him on the hotline instead?
No, not yet. We're okay.
All right.
All right. I will send out a text real quick. And oh yeah, my bad. He said for audio. Yeah, call him. Sorry. Yes, call him. Do you have his number?
Yes, I do.
It's okay, guys. It's okay. It's a little bit of a bumpy segment, but we're gonna push through. Okay. It's not a big deal. No big deal. I mean, we got a ton to talk about. We didn't even talk Saints OC. I said we're gonna talk a little bit of LSU OC. I don't think the LSU thing's very interesting. I still think it's likely Sloan, Hankton, some mixture of the two. Saints OC's more interesting, Jake, and we'll chop it up with Nick, but there's not like a ton of very exciting names. Maybe one of the only exciting names that they requested to interview, Shane Waldron, the Seahawks OC, who had such good success with Geno Smith and was there under Sean McVay, which everybody knows if you coach with Sean McVay, you're,
All you got to do is pass him in the hallway.
Goated now.
Yeah.
But Waldron just signed on with Who?
One of the big news.
The Bears. So he's off.
Gosh, because who was trending towards the Bears? It was Liam Cohen, Kentucky.
Connor O'Gara? Damn it. Forgot again, dude.
O'Gara. He corrected you.
I don't care.
I know
Let's
you don't.
go to Nick Underhill. Nick_Underhill on Twitter. New Orleans on Football is a site. I love New Orleans on Football. Proud subscriber for years now. You should check it out as well for all of your Saints coverage. Nick, what's going on, man? How we feeling today? How's the new studio going?
It's going all right. Doing good. How you guys doing?
Doing well. We're just talking a little bit of Saints OC here. And before we get into names, help me answer this. How complicated is it for the Saints trying to hire an OC with some of the very public drama that's gone down and with just the general temperature of Dennis Allen's seat heading into this year?
Yeah, I don't really think it is at all. I'm a little confused why this talking point has gotten so many legs to it, because it's just if you're a quarterback coach, first of all, you're probably making about $300,000-$400,000, and if you're a coordinator, you're probably making $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 million. So just in that sense alone, I mean, I think it's a very logical step forward for you. And look at Ryan Nielsen. He took a job in Atlanta, and that situation was kind of similar to this one in the sense of the head coach could be on his last legs potentially if things don't go well, and then the head coach gets fired, the staff loses their jobs, and Ryan Nielsen immediately gets a job in Jacksonville as a defensive coordinator. So, if you go to a situation and you do well, you as a coordinator, you aren't judged on the wins and losses. You aren't even necessarily judged on the execution of the plays you're calling, because I think the league is smart enough to look at it if, say you have a terrible quarterback, and I'm not saying Derek Carr is a terrible quarterback, but if you go to a situation where the quarterback can't complete passes, but you're calling the right plays and guys are open and the ball isn't getting there, the league is smart enough to see that and be able to evaluate that on that merit. So I just don't think it's going to be that difficult of a situation. There's only 32 of these jobs in the world. If you get one, you're on a path to going forward. In worst case scenario, say you take the job, you don't prove what you need to prove in the year, you just doubled, tripled, quadrupled your salary, and you go back and you be a quarterback's coach somewhere else next year, and you got that on your resume and you got a little bit more money in your pocket. So, I just don't see it as a difficult thing. And then, the coup de grace here is that if you go with a defensive head coach, you actually get to call your own plays. And how many of those guys are there in the league? 8, 9, so if you do a good job calling plays, you've accelerated your path to being a head coach tenfold, because you're actually doing the job and you aren't waiting now, to get out of somebody's shadow so that you can call plays and show what you can do. So I think there's a lot of benefits to this job. And, I just don't think that the downsides exist that people talk about. It isn't Shane Waldron goes and picks the Bears because that's, a better situation. They got 2 top 10 picks and a quarterback they're going to trade for another first round pick. So you got 3 of them. Or, there's certain situations where, say, Cincinnati's a great one. Brian Callahan's going to Tennessee. Now, if Dan Pitcher wants to call his own plays, he won't go back there. But if he likes the situation and you're just kind of judging it situation versus situation based on roster and everything, obviously you're going to pick the Bengals before the Saints. But, you're going to lose out on some of these through some of these factors. But I don't think it's a situation where, no one wants to coach her. I think that's a crazy, crazy take.
Feels like the main point
I think
is
they're going to be able to get someone.
DA's seat doesn't actually factor in that much.
No, I mean, I guess it does, in some level. If you're choosing between, if you're Zach Robinson and you have a situation where the coordinator left to be a head coach, and you're going to be able to call your own plays, and they have the quarterback in the setup, and they're going to be competing for Super Bowls or whatever. Versus the Saints, you're probably going to pick that other situation. But once you get those top jobs kind of filled out, and then everybody's kind of competing, Raiders versus Saints, I don't think Antonio Pierce versus DA really factors into it that much. You're just kind of choosing the situation then at that point. Which roster do I like better, which one don't? And I don't think that because he has 3 years, you're picking that one because DA might be in his last one. Because look, if you think you're good at your job, you're saving DA's job anyhow. So if you think you're taking a job and you aren't getting a 9-win team to 10 wins or keeping them at 9 wins, you probably aren't the right guy. You probably don't have enough confidence in yourself to be a good play caller. So maybe that isn't the guy you want anyhow.
So who are those candidates? You mentioned a couple of names, and Zach Robinson, somebody that we broke down last week. Who are maybe still the candidates out there, Nick, that Saints fans can kind of look out for, maybe start to dive into those resumes?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned one, Robinson right off the top. Dan Pitcher's still in the mix. Like he's someone that he's going to get a second interview here. The Bengals quarterbacks coach, San Fran's quarterback coach, Kafka. Is it Kafka? Like I think he's someone that's on the list. Gerard Johnson, they interviewed from Houston. I think the Gruden thing is still kind of circling out there a little bit, but there's a handful of people that there's still to talk to. I've heard that there's a couple still in the playoffs that they want to talk to when the playoffs clear up, or you get that week, I believe, after the conference championship games where people can do interviews. So, I think there's still a few out there, but the thing that seems extremely, extremely obvious is they want someone from the McVay Shanahan coaching tree, and you kind of go through and you look at some of the stuff they're doing, and it's crazy. I just did a story this week just breaking down the Saints' tendencies based on personnel, and like they're doubles with multiple tight ends on the field. Like the Saints are running out of it like almost every single time. Like, and then trips, they're passing out of it almost every single time, and they have these like crazy tells, and then. I was breaking them down for the Rams, San Fran, Houston, and like it's the Rams' top passing personnel was their top running personnel as well, based on formation as well. So it's like these tells you kind of get rid of, and then there's just like other stuff they do. It's like how they build their run game and everything. Like the Rams, I believe, were like third in the league in 6-man boxes running against them, and you go look at Alvin, and almost all of his runs were against 7 or more guys in the box. When he actually got 6 men in the box, he averaged 4.5 yards per carry. Like, if you can get him in a system where you're getting space for him to get out there and, start his runs a little bit, he can still be one of those guys that averages 4.5 yards per carry. It's right there on tape, but like you have to find a way to get to some of that stuff. And, it's just like, it's through the use of motion. It's not having tells in your personnel. And, it's just so many like little obvious things that they need to figure out how to do. But I mean, these trees, like they do it probably better than anyone. And you see the success all around the league. And I mean, the McVay Shanahan thing is like basically, I think it's like 12 teams right now. So, I mean, that's the way the league, it's not even where the league's going. It's where the league's at. And like the Saints got to find a way to catch up. So I kind of hope they hire one of these guys that they're bringing in to interview. And it's not the Gruden thing, because like, I just want to see something that's, current. And I'm not saying Gruden can't be current, but I don't know if he necessarily is current. And I would like to kind of cut down on that curve a little bit and see, just a whole entirely different system. Like the Gruden thing would feel like, kind of like tapping back into the Sean Payton thing, but doing it slightly different. And, outside of Sean, like there's not a lot of evidence that this system like works great in the league. Like Joe Lombardi couldn't carry it out. Pete Carmichael couldn't. It seems like you kind of need Sean. And, there were times where in
hasn't gone
Oakland,
great in Denver
Vegas,
either. I mean, right?
Yeah,
With
it
Sean
hasn't.
even?
It hasn't. Not yet.
And by the way, y'all, the article that Nick is referencing here is just a masterclass of why you need to sign up for New Orleans-South football. I mean, the depth put into the research of this article, in which you break down, like you said, the usage, the tells of the New Orleans Saints. It just so clearly lays out how they've been kind of lagging behind. And yeah, look, McVay and Shanahan Company, they changed the NFL meta. And now all the best teams are using that system. So you need someone that is from this new school philosophy. And I mean, to your point, there's a lot of great weapons on this New Orleans Saints team right now. You don't have a favorite over the others, do you? Like, is there anybody in your research who you do you have a dream candidate?
The two for me out of the names that we know, it's Zach Robinson and Dan Pitcher. And, I like Robinson just because of the proximity to McVay and just kind of some other people that were in that role, how they went out and they succeeded. But I'm just kind of going off of, what you see in the league, and like Pitcher has had a lot of attention over the last couple of years. He actually, I think he got 2 interviews in Tampa Bay, and then Cincinnati paid him to stay. And I think he ended up ultimately staying. I'm not sure if he got offered the job or not. It sounded like he kind of had the option, and they paid him not to explore it further. So, this is an example of a guy turning down a situation at some point, but that one was probably a smart one to turn down. Like the Bucs were tearing down their roster last year at this time. We all thought they were going to be terrible. They didn't have a quarterback, and, they kind of got it to work. But yeah, I think for me, just based on what the names that we've heard out of and they're kind of only the last one standing, but I think those were the two that I always liked the best for him. Because there's a little bit of that like unknown with them too. Like Shane Waldron, like you had seen and you kind of knew what the upside was. And, I thought he did a good job in Seattle. But I don't know. I guess it's kind of like the whole little draft pick thing. It's like everything's perfect until you see the flaws. So I think it's just a little bit of that like unknown, and being able to like unwrap it and figure out what it's going to be makes it kind of exciting. But I think those are the two guys for me based on the names that we've heard.
Nick, we didn't get to talk to you. I'm trying to think about how time's weird. I'm trying to think about when all the Loomis stuff went down, the, Gumgate 24. I don't think we got to speak with you on that, right? It was after you came on. Okay. I'm just double checking.
That's right, because he said like something might happen that day, and it was later that day. Yeah.
What was your, and not of the gum chewing. The gum chewing is what it is. I don't, like, whatever. What was your interpretation of Loomis's pitch on why there should be patience for DA? From where I sit, I think it's like, I think there is a logical argument to be made for bringing him back. I don't think that was it. I think that, again, showed a clear misunderstanding of how his fan base currently feels.
You're talking about the note card?
Yes, him so cocky, like he had some sort of ace of spades and he'd been hiding up his sleeve, like, you activated my trap card. I'm about to compare Dennis Allen to the greatest coaches of all time. When really, as an adult, I would have just appreciated, like, look, I understand why people are upset, but, we look around at franchises like Carolina or others, you don't have to name them, right, that go through coaches, and that's not a sustainable model for success, and we believe we've seen that proof. Like, I feel like you just could have handled it easier without invoking the names of Walsh and Landry and Belichick and, like, all the best coaches in NFL history.
My favorite thing about that is he gave you 3 years of records for all them coaches, and then he only gave you 2 for Bill Walsh because he went 13-3 in his third season.
Yeah, that's what Taylor said too. Because he broke down all the numbers for us. So what was your interpretation of it?
I mean, I would have liked it a lot more if he just said, "Hey, look, like, we brought him back. We're going to win the games. We're going to prove you all wrong, and if we don't, we got to eat it." And I mean, like, just say that. Just say that. I mean. Yes. I just kind of felt like the presentation was a little bit rough. And then, the obvious thing that everybody else was saying, he gives you Belichick's Browns records, but, DA's first 3 years were not good in Oakland. So, like, no. I don't understand why you're moving the goalposts on that stuff. But, like, yeah, just come out and say, like, hey, like, this is our guy. Like, we believe in him. You guys are all wrong. You don't know what's going on. You're a bunch of idiots, and we're going to prove it to you. And, like, all right, cool. Like, I would have thought that was a better way to kind of go about it. I don't know why that one had to happen like that. I think it was kind of a little bit of a rough look. But look, I think the messaging kind of all year has been a little bit rough, just from all parties within the organization. Like, every now and then there's just like something that's said, and it's like, man, like, you guys should workshop this a little bit more. Like, it's just
public relations appear to be a bit odd, right? There was the comment about selling the tickets. I know there's a third one that I'm missing as well. Yeah, I don't know. I guess what kind of becomes upsetting to me, Nick, is it feels like, from my view, it all comes from a place of hubris, where if you had
he came out there like, you can do nothing about me. I am untouchable. Kind of energy for me.
Yeah, it's like the wrong pres. Like, I don't know if they need someone more in touch in the PR department. Or maybe, but that's why I say it comes from a place of hubris. It just looks like they don't care about the PR, right?
Yeah, look, I think the States have a really good PR staff. I think those guys go out there and they prepare them and they tell them the stuff they need to say. And I think sometimes people just say what they want to say. So, like, I can't put that on the PR staff. Like, I think they do. I think they do a great job. I think they're really in touch with the fan base. I think, but like, for me, like, what I was kind of like referencing is it's just kind of like DA going up there and being, backing Carr so heavily all the time, but, like, not necessarily backing everybody else the same way. Like, that's kind of the stuff I'm talking about. Yeah. And look, like, if Mickey's going to go out there and say something, Mickey's going to go out there and say something. Like, you can't police every single comment. So, like, I can't. I think they have a tremendous PR staff. I can't put that stuff on them. But I mean, there's a handful of times, like, it's just. I think maybe sometimes when people are up there talking and they're freestyling, like, they aren't as aware of the temperature of, like, Twitter, is maybe people in the PR staff can be, and you can't, if you're talking for an hour, like, you can't be in control of every single comment as a PR staff. So, but yeah, I mean, look, so I just think a couple things that Mickey said were just a little bit like, man, all right. But ultimately they got to go out there and win these games.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, if they do that, they are going to shut everybody up. And then that note card is going to look a little bit, but like, it's just in the moment, it's just like, come on, man. Like just say like, this is our guy and we're backing him, and just kind of keep it simple.
Yeah. It's a great part about football. That's why if you're in these positions, don't complain, just win. And if you win, we'll all shut up. We'll eat crow, and and everybody will be in love with you.
Would love to tell you that I was wrong.
Yeah, like you win in the end if you win. Nick Underhill, New Orleans Football is a site. Go sign up today. Again, I'm a proud subscriber for probably coming up on like 4 or 5, I guess like since it started. How long is it, Nick? Has it been 4 years almost now?
It'll be 4 years on Valentine's Day.
Wow, early congrats, man. Got brand new studios over there as well. Him, Trip, Brooke, the whole squad doing excellent work. And follow him on Twitter at Nick_Underhill. Thanks, man.
All right, man. Have a good one.
So you remember when New Orleans football started, but not our birthdays? You literally like spot on 4 years ago. Remember that's when they started.
Well, I didn't know it was coming up in Valentine's Day. That was a little lucky.
That was convenient.
I know you were born 37 years ago.
I'm 38.
Close. That's about as close as being a month away from from the 4th anniversary. Yes.
That's a year off.
I said 4, and he's 3. Until Valentine's Day. Same thing.
That's less than a month away.
How old am I?
T-Bob Hebert is about to be 35.
What? What are you, a savant? Rain Man over here? I thought you got hit in the head a bunch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but when people are close to me, I remember things. At least I thought they were close to me.
I don't think this is a fair and accurate judge of closeness, but
name his radio show right now.
Off campus, Sirius XM Channel 84.
Hey, after that one day, though, he has it locked in.
He also does pregame in the SEC with Chris Dorian, which you can catch weekly. It's a great podcast there. I like him and Bobby Carpenter together the best, personally. I really like Bobby Carpenter. Me and Bobby are kindred spirits.
Yeah, Bobby's a hard person to figure out. But I mean that in the best way possible. Like, he is a ultimate meathead. But he's also a nerd. He's also very smart, but he's also very dumb.
Yeah. No, he is a paradoxical man. I mean, I know we're all somewhat made up of paradoxes and, hypocrisies. But, yes, it's odd that he's like a professor of finance and everything. But apparently you said he rages, too.
Oh, yes. He gets it in.
Hell yeah, dude.
He gets it in. Remember Hogs for the Cause?
Yeah.
That's Bobby.
But then he's still out here at 40 years old doing the Ohio State conditioning test.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't figure him out.
It sounds like, you know what it sounds like to me? You want to hoot the Owls at night?
That's true.
You got to soar with the Eagles during the day. That's Bobby C. Right there, Bo. You know who else was a carpenter?
Jesus.
Yep.
Harrison Ford.
Think about it. Both true.
Yeah.
Coming up next, OTB. Keep it locked.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. GEAUX, Tommy's.com is the website. If you need windows, doors, or siding, you will see the difference clearly. A little bit of a window joke there. And Tommy's is TOMMYS. So go Tommy's.com. 7 years in a row, been honored with the Angie Service Award. But come see Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding in person this Saturday and Sunday at the Lamar Dixon Expo Center. They'll be out there 10 to 5 on both days. Meet Tommy because, like I keep telling you, there's a charisma, an energy. It's going to blow you away. Make Tommy's one of your 3 bids and let them do right by you. Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding.
Yeah, he is right. I mean, you will see exactly what we're talking about as soon as you go see them coming up this weekend. Lamar Dixon, 10 to 5. Again, remember, just let them know where you heard about them. OTB and T-Bob Hester, whatever you want to say. You got full autonomy there. GoTommys.com is the website, GEAUX, and that's Tommy's with a Y. GoTommys.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the JimsFirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the JimsFirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Happy New Year from your friends at Front to Back Boat Service. And what better way to kick off your new year than by taking your boat to the next level? Get the boat of your dreams, and that's where Front to Back comes into play. You want that spot lock trolling motor that's going to keep you right there on the water where you need to be. How about some forward-facing sonar that actually shows you the fish before you even cast? Custom stereo jobs, all of it. Sherman family's been doing it for 38 years. Go to fronttobackboatservice.com.
His name was Cain. He had a horse along the countryside.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Breaking news! Breaking news! Breaking news, everyone!
Whoa.
Go ahead, Jay.
The expectation is that LSU is going to promote quarterback coach Joe Sloan and receiver coach Cortez Hankton to co-offensive coordinators, with Sloan as the primary offensive play caller.
Okay.
And that is from 247 Sports.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. They also added that the current hope for LSU seems to be to fill its offensive staff opening with a tight ends coach who ideally has experience as an offensive play caller himself.
Wait, what was the last part?
That they want to fill out their staff maybe with a tight ends coach who also has had play calling duties in his past.
Seems like an oddly specific little addendum to put on there at the end. It feels like they're setting like the runway for a candidate that they already have.
I know a guy
in mind. Mike Denbrock?
Steve Ensminger.
Oh.
Tight ends coach.
Slinger.
Coordinator.
Yeah, dude. I mean, hey,
bring him back.
Hey, Big True, dude. Where you at, Coach?
Should we convince Slinger to come back?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Where you at, Coach? Come on
He's
now.
probably like, heck no.
I know you got to be sick of just. I mean, how about we don't have you recruit if you don't want to? That's cool. It's cool. You just kick it, drink your crown, chill out. I mean, dude, bro, you think that man suffered as a tight ends coach under Les Miles for years, being the smartest person in the room and just having to sit there and just do his role. Like he would thrive in this situation.
Now I'm going to be sad that doesn't happen, though.
Yeah, I know. Now the actual tight ends coach is ruined. Whoever that ends up being.
Sorry.
You're not Steven Smiger.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sloan primary play caller, and then no passing game, run game coordinator breakdowns. Just co-OC is going to be putting the game plan together. I mean, look, that is the exact setup they had for the bowl game, and that went very well. Small sample size, yes, but that makes sense. It's kind of what we expected. Hopefully, it keeps both guys happy. Should come with raises for both guys.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Hankton was already making a lot. I think you probably pay him the same to make sure that you keep up, because you really want to hold on to Cortez Hankton again. I mean, and Joe Sloan, they seem both like really big risers in the game, and you're not going to be hold on to him forever, but this at least ensures for maybe, next year, hopefully the next couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, Joe's going to get a big raise. I don't know what he was making this year, but yeah, he's going to get a raise. Certainly if he's going to be the guy who is, at the end of the day, final say, play caller. It just feels like a situation where they'll game plan together. They'll come up with a game plan, and I'm sure Brad Davis will be involved in the run game. And if they want a tight ends coach who's got play calling duties, he'll also be involved in the run game. And Sloan and Hankton come up with a pass game, and then at the end of the day, on 3rd and 11, Joe Sloan calls a play in.
Yeah, makes sense. It's cool. I think so. So the staff now, once we get a tight ends coach, staff will be complete.
Yep. Yeah, because it doesn't look like they're going to have like just a special teams coordinator. We talked about it. Like, is Olsen going to be that guy? There's a couple guys else on the staff who have ran special teams. That's going to be kind of tag team for the most part. So yeah, after tight end coach, that's it.
So off the top of my head, you have Blake Baker as your DC. You've got Bo Davis as your defensive line coach, more specifically, maybe like more interior defensive line. You got Kevin Peoples, edge rushers and outside linebackers. You have Blake Baker's also your linebacker coach, along with DC inside. You have Jake Olson as your safeties coach, and you got Corey Raymond as your secondary coach. So kind of like a similar situation there, where he'll technically be coaching the whole group, but when they do break out into separate meeting rooms, Olsen with the safeties, Raymond with the cornerbacks, which, of course, Corey Raymond says. Didn't you put a link in here about all the great DBs Corey Raymond had or something?
Yeah, it was the
Taylor?
top 5.
Yeah, which we can go through. Am I missing anyone on the defensive staff, though?
I mean, John Jancik's still on the website.
Really?
And you cleaned house, and the reports were that Jancik was going to stay on. Now, I don't know what that role is going to be.
So Jancik in the mix, we could say. And then offensively, Joe Sloan, OC, play caller, Cortez Hankton, OC, Brad Davis, O-line, Frank Wilson, running backs. And then we just got to hire a tight end. I like that staff.
Yeah.
It's a damn good staff, Bo.
Well, we talked about it.
Damn good staff.
You go
right
look
there,
at the
man.
notes we put in the doc this morning, T-Bob. It was like, why is there so much quietness in the offensive coordinator search? Do they already have their guy? I mean, this is something we expected for a while now.
LSU's been very shrewd, or maybe, I don't know.
As soon as Tommy Reese went to the Browns as a tight ends coach yesterday, I'm like, oh, that's guaranteeing.
Well, and then not only that, but think about how quickly
I
you
forgot
filled
Tommy
your
Reese was
defensive.
technically out there.
Yeah. Think about how quickly you filled your defensive staff, and then that was it. You didn't hear anything else about it. I mean, you filled that whole staff in a week, and then it just kind of laid under the radar. I mean, this is kind of a move they were probably planning.
Pretty damn good about getting their ducks in a row behind the scenes, and then have not this. I mean, now granted, we kind of did forecast a lot of it, see a lot of it, but they've been pretty good about making sure they've crossed all their T's, dotted all their I's, and then going public with the news. And this would be the latest in that regard. Jesse McCormick says Jancik back to shadow staff. Yeah, I mean, you never know, right?
Well, wasn't he hired last year to help with special teams as well? I mean, that's a guy who could help run your special teams.
Yeah, no, for sure. Bring Zach Mettenberger in on the shadow staff, dude. Bring him home from Tuscaloosa. Get him out of there. Well, I guess he is out of there because he's leaving with the Saban departure. But
I talked to Met at the SEC championship game for a while.
Bring him back home. Come on now. Yeah, I agree with Jeremy Fryer. What a staff. I think it's great. It's a lot of investment, too. A lot of investment. Shout out to Scott Woodward, the boosters, who's ever paying these bills, the administration, because they ain't using money as an excuse. They're all in on trying to make this thing work.
I cannot wait to go out there for the first spring practice and just see the dynamic of this coaching staff. I can't wait to see Bo Davis back in action. Bo Diddley going to get after you a little bit. Yeah. And has a great coaching style.
Yeah, we played the video. And it's funny, Brad Davis has a similar
You
style
played the video.
as well.
I lived the video.
Yeah.
When he was on the strength staff. I mean, he didn't hold back then. It's one of the great things about him. Like, he's always had that big personality to kind of take over and let you know what he thought.
Lance just said, any relationship between Bo and Brad Davis? Never thought about it, but no, I don't think like familial. But that is funny. You got Bo and Brad. Bo and Brad Davis going up against each other on the line every day, and they both are pretty intense guys. Like, Brad Davis coaches in a similar way. Gulf South, this is why LSU better be no worse than top 10 next year. Maybe you're right, dude.
Well, I think the expectation for LSU, like in a 12-team playoff, is the same as all the other schools that we're talking about. Like, for a large, 8 out of 10 years, the bare minimum is going to be to make the college football playoff. It's the kind of standard that you've built. It's the kind of standard that you want to have.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I guess it's yes, you're right. That should be, with all the money you've invested, that should be the expectation. That should be. I guess it's just that there are other hot teams right now. But you are too. You got a good news cycle right now, dude. Like, if I'm the LSU collective, now's the time to kind of get out there and start to, I think, try to fundraise amongst the grassroots, the people, because people are happy right now. A lot of positive news pieces coming out for the Tigers over the last couple of weeks, for sure.
You can hire Med as your tight ends coach. I mean, and just, go ahead and do it.
Why not?
I think wasn't he working with tight ends?
Probably.
At Bama? I think
He's
he actually
big as hell.
was.
I mean, he's big as hell. I know. I mean, I talked to him. I know that he just, old boy was grinding film.
Yeah.
24/7. Shadow staff, I just picture like a bunch of hamsters running their hamster wheels. They're just jammed into a dark closet, breakdown tendencies, breakdown plays, grind. Jesse McCormick says gold needs to be to host a playoff game. Could you imagine Tiger Stadium hosting a playoff game in December?
I know that everybody wants to get the bye, but
God, that would be electric, dude. Oh my word. Are you kidding me? That would be unreal. I'd be a Don Juan, but it'd still be unreal.
No.
Don Juan be lit.
No, I mean,
Don Juan be lit too, though, dog.
You'd have
Don't sleep. No, you could be our boots on the ground reporter for Tiger Stadium.
I'm sure it would be a great environment at Don Juan. I had a really good time the one time I went last year. But you'd have to go to the pregame in at least the first half.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, there's no maybe.
Maybe.
You have to.
Maybe. Yeah, you're probably right.
Can I say that's what I always did during the season?
What?
Like, I would go for like the first, not even the first half. I think I'd leave during the second quarter.
Yeah.
And
so you were actually at the games. I didn't realize that.
Some of them, yeah.
Okay, cool.
And it was kind of a pain in the ass to do that. So.
I've done it before as well when I was honorary captain last year, not to brag. Yeah, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Leave at half and make it back to DJ for the second half. It's not ideal.
No,
certainly.
It's really not. And the first time I did it, I was like, I don't know how many people are going to be leaving. The traffic kind of gave me a little bit of anxiety, so I left like first quarter.
So why don't you just toughen up a little bit and get your ass into Don Juan for the whole game so you can really bask in that delicious cigar smoke.
Even if I wasn't at the games, I was never at Don Juan the whole game.
Wow. Sad. Hate to see it.
When did I ever get there before halftime?
No, never.
Yeah.
I mean, you were great. You were perfect. It was excellently produced throughout the entire year. But yeah, not everybody's built for that smoke life.
I'm not built for it.
My wife refuses to come hang out.
Yeah.
Well, I love it. I want to bathe in it, live inside of it, be ensorcelled by it. All right, when we get back, more OTB, keep it locked.
In what?
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Ensorcelled.
Ensorcelled. Is that with an I or an E?
E. Ease all around. Go to centralplumbing.org, 925-8552. If you got peas all around, but your toilet won't flush, well, you want to go to centralplumbing.org. Okay, 50 years in the game, flat rate pricing, excellent warranty coverage, 24/7 emergency service, weekend, weekday, holiday, it don't matter. Commercial, residential, it don't matter. They got the fleet to do whatever you need. centralplumbing.org, 925-8552.
They do have the fleet, T-Bob. You'll see it on the homepage of centralplumbing.org. And so we always talk about remodels. It doesn't have to just be at your home. It can be at your business as well. And maybe you own a business that has multiple restrooms. Maybe it's a downtown building. That's okay. They can come in. They can remodel that for you as well. centralplumbing.org, 225-925-8552.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
The importance of doing this fortified program and offering it to people down here is, number one, the only real chance you're going to get to do this is when you put on a new roof or build new. And through companies like HUDCO, who's kind of leading the way in this thing, it's going to offer the customers a huge advantage in the insurance market and the price of their insurance.
You know, we're not looking to make a fortune off fortifying. We're trying to give you a better product than our competitor at the moment. I'm trying to do something that he can. I'm trying to give you something better. So a lot of these insurance jobs, you're getting a re-roof, you're only paying your deductible. Let's sit down and talk about the fortified and let's see what it does to your insurance premium. You're getting a steal.
Yeah.
You're getting a brand new roof and a fortified certificate for your deductible, essentially. And I think we're rocking and rolling.
Yo, Jake here from my friends over at Community Steel Company located in Gonzales, Louisiana. The local place you can turn to for all of your metal building needs. Notice I said local, not Houston, not Dallas, not Atlanta, but right here in Gonzales. Visit them at their brand new state-of-the-art website at communitysteelco.com or pick up the phone and give them a call today to answer all of your questions on your metal buildings, roofing and sheet metal, and any other steel needs you or your business need at 225-647-2020.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered gold.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Come on now, Coach. Coach Insminger, where you at, Bo? Come on. Come on down. I know your name, Coach. Come on down here. It isn't. I mean, I know it's not, but my brain is being crazy right now. It's so oddly specific that I feel like it's a tease for Stevie Insminger to walk through those doors.
That's what I was telling you during break, T-Bob. Like, that list can't be that long, right?
I wouldn't think so. It can't be him, though, right? I don't know.
I mean,
It can't be that long, but
he fits the qualifications. I guess it technically could be.
I really don't think he'd come back.
I wish he would.
I think it is. I think it's him.
I don't think so.
What a comeback story that would be. Even greater than that of Kim Kardashian. An old reference to a behind-the-scenes joke made by Chris Pratt on Parks and Rec.
Yep.
Yeah. You got it?
I've seen the, yeah.
Okay.
I love Parks and Rec.
I've never seen that much of it.
It's
what
so
I have
funny.
Seen is
I
very
think
funny.
you'd like it.
I know what I have seen is very funny. I'm
kind of in the same boat as you. Like, I think I've seen like maybe 3 or 4 episodes.
Well, yeah, Alondra, how do you feel about The Office? I don't know if you know this, but Jake hates The Office.
I've seen it. I haven't watched it like all the way fully. Like people like binge watch it.
Yes, yeah. People have seen it like 2 or 3 times. It's many people's cornbread. It's like their comfort food.
Right. It's funny sometimes, but a lot of times it just makes me very uncomfortable. So I don't know.
That is the humor.
I'm kind of indifferent to it.
I feel like at least style-wise, Parks and Rec and The Office are very, very similar.
Yeah, they're both doing that mockumentary.
I don't like The Office at all. I'm with Jake Sullivan. My wife loves The Office. I can't stand it. I've never seen Parks and Rec.
The sense of humor in Parks and Rec and The Office is different. They're both mockumentary type ones, but they're not the same.
It doesn't matter because the best show ever is Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yes.
So, yeah. This is what it
New
is.
Girl is so funny too.
I've heard that.
It's so
another
funny.
beloved show that I've never really engaged with.
Yeah.
Did have a big crush on Zoe Deschanel after Elf though.
One of the Property brothers is dating her.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was a shock to me.
Feels like a big win for a Property bro, huh?
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like really punching up there.
Yeah.
Let me look up the Are they the twins?
They're
they're the twins. Yeah.
Those guys, I mean, they're kind of jacked. They're big boys, it seems like, outside looking in. Damn. Okay. Good on you, bro.
Yeah.
Good on you. Property
Shocking
bro.
to me.
Oh, yeah, they're giant, or he looks giant here. And it looks like one of them just dates a normal person called Linda Fan.
Oh, poor Linda.
Yeah, I mean, what's up, dude? Like, I mean, and then there's
Yeah,
Zoe.
can't live up to
Jeez,
Zoe.
Dude, what the hell,
Sheesh.
man? A lot of support for Always
Sure,
Sunny in
Linda's
New Girl
great,
in the
though.
chat.
Modern Family to me is the best sitcom.
I loved it for
ever
years.
to
I loved
me.
it for years. I ended up falling off, but I loved it
Yeah,
for years.
I didn't like the last 2 seasons, but I loved Modern Family.
Yeah. Community is my Office / Always Sunny. I've watched a little Community,
Community's
very
funny
good as
too.
well. Arrested Development's one of the all-time greats.
I
Also
love Arrested Development.
Smells like another tier list.
So
in
we,
the future,
are we just going
sitcoms.
like network, like kind of cable? Like we're not going.
Like, are we going all the way to like Friends, or are we
Yeah,
like
we're not going like HBO. You know, like Vice Principals or
Veep,
and like all
I think y'all are going more. T-Bob's going more sitcom.
Yeah, I'm saying like
yeah.
ABC, NBC, CBS.
I
type
think so.
deal.
I don't want to gatekeep it
Fox.
too much, but yes, I think more than I don't think I think you're right. I don't think Veep and stuff would be
because that's
kind of
like
So we'll do that for sure. All right, when we get back, let's wrap up with a little Ask the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Community Steel Company, CommunitySteelCo.com. Go see them in Gonzales, Louisiana today. Get all of your steel needs taken care of. Purlin, tubing, sheet metal, steel buildings, all made right there on site. Go touch it, feel it, sniff it, taste it. That's how I purchase my steel, Jake.
If
give
you
it a good
sniff
lick.
if you sniff it, let them know that T-Bob told you to do it. Then they'll maybe understand it a little bit more.
Yeah. Give it the old tongue test.
I don't want to do this.
See if it holds up. You can taste the difference with Community Steel. To be clear, they told me to say none of this. I don't know that you should do that. What you should do is go take advantage of the live and local sales team, the incredible prices and customer service, Community Steel Company.
Yeah, you should go see them, but don't do anything that T-Bob told you to do.
Lick
Just go
the
see
steel,
them
guys.
in Gonzales, Louisiana. Or you know what? Just call them. 225-647-2020, CommunitySteelCo.com.
What are you doing? Tongue test.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the JimsFirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the JimsFirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge. Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust Poll of the Day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, live at lunch on Palmer. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the Poll of the Day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Happy New Year from your friends at Front to Back Boat Service. And what better way to kick off your new year than by taking your boat to the next level? Get the boat of your dreams, and that's where Front to Back comes into play. You want that spot lock trolling motor that's going to keep you right there on the water where you need to be. How about some forward-facing sonar that actually shows you the fish before you even cast? Custom stereo jobs, all of it. Sherman family's been doing it for 38 years. Go to fronttobackboatservice.com.
Yo, Jake here from my friends over at Community Steel Company located in Gonzales, Louisiana. The local place you can turn to for all of your metal building needs. Notice I said local, not Houston, not Dallas, not Atlanta, but right here in Gonzales. Visit them at their brand new state-of-the-art website at communitysteelco.com or pick up the phone and give them
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Trucks break down, dogs run off, politicians lie, been fired by the boss. It takes one.
What's going on, y'all? Remember DraftKings Sportsbook, official sports betting partner of the NFL playoffs, bringing an offer that'll make playoffs electrifying. Right now, if you're signed up for the first time, use the promo code Baton Rouge. You bet $5 on an NFL game, and win or lose, you get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Remember, though, returning customers, everyone gets a no-sweat same-game parlay for every playoff game day. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use the promo code Baton Rouge and bet just $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. The crown is yours. 21 plus, physically present in Louisiana. Select parents only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Opt-in required. 1 no-sweat token issued per eligible day after opt-in. No-sweat bonus bet issued based on amount of losing qualified bet eligibility. Max reward limits and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms. Licensee partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER 1-800-426-2537. Ask the Bench, brought to you by Cole Kurz Life. Is your total blooming lots, guys, that you're sweet. If you're married, what's a good Valentine's Day gift for your mistress? Oh, I thought it said Mrs.
God.
I thought it said Mrs.
Well, I mean, obviously something low-key, right? Something that's not going to draw a ton of attention. I mean, you already asked the question. We might as well answer it. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Nothing that she'll post on social media. You don't want that. You don't want to be tagged in a social media post. So maybe no flowers. She'll take a picture of that. That'll be posted on Instagram and Snapchat. So we'll pass on that. Something small, something secretive.
Okay. Sounds like you're talking about the One Ring.
You're welcome to.
But it can't be a ring either, because obviously.
No. That's disconcerting signals there.
Well, also, yeah, that's your
send pictures of your genitals. Everybody knows females love it when you bombard them when unasked for pictures of genitals. Like it's a 1,000% pathway to success. Just kidding. Don't ever do that. It's an awful idea. A very awful idea. Favorite sitcom character ever?
Al Bundy.
I'm gonna go Frank. I'm gonna go Danny DeVito on Always Sunny.
I'm gonna go Red Foreman from That 70s Show.
Oh, Red's great.
I'm not saying this just because he just passed away, but Chandler on Friends was always my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. Fred Sanford might be mine, actually. I don't know. Al Bundy, Fred Sanford. One of the two.
Jake, have you ordered Harlow her Etsy Mardi Gras sweater yet?
I'm sure Katie has.
Okay.
It might be from Katie. I don't know.
Favorite action star?
Currently?
Ever?
I like Tom Cruise.
Sylvester Stallone.
Keanu Reeves?
I don't know.
We don't have enough time to fight about that. So,
give me this Rush Hour clip that I found to be funny. You got it? Oh my God! See, Jake, what am I doing? I mean,
it was not there 30 seconds ago.
I filled time. Tell him during the break. I filled time.
It wasn't there during the break.
Doing Ask the Bench.
Wow.
What did Herm Edwards say? Do your job.
Do your job.
Stay ready, Don, to get ready.
That's right.
Arnold
Tommy
Schwarzenegger's great.
I'm ready.
All right, go play.
Well, not like quite ready. T-Bob.
Did she? Yeah, I like that. Oh.
Who's calling? Say hello to your dad.
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm filming, man. Call me back at 7 o'clock. I'm filming. I'm looking Jackie Chan dead in his eye. Call me back. Call me back.
Are you a professional? We are filming. You turn on your phone?
No, you can't speak to Jackie Chan. No. They want to speak to you, Jack.
Hello?
I'm sorry about this.
We are filming right now. You sorry? You waste our film.
Call me back later, 7 o'clock.
Oh, that's just good fun, dude. Is there any Rush Hour coming out? We'll see you tomorrow.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to Accutemp Baton Rouge, AccuTempBR.com, AccuTempBR.com. Great deals this January at Accutemp. You buy a new AC unit, you get that heater for completely free. That's a little BOGO. Whole home generator. You've thought about it. Now's the time to act, okay? Again, for January, $2,000 off the whole home generator when you purchase it from Accutemp. And then you get the customer service, which is just unbelievable. Second to none. You get maintenance plans to make sure it's good to go when you need it to protect your home. Accutemp Baton Rouge. Take control of your comfort zone. Accutemp Baton Rouge.
Go to the website today. You can see all the things that we tell you about every single day, all they can do for you. You can also get your appointment scheduled right there, top right corner of the website. Click on that, and they'll have it done today. AccuTempBR.com, AccuTempBR.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're